podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe it's right. I wanna be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold a record with pay-per-view.
My job, I know my situation. I want to fight. That's my result. Check it. Fight is gonna be very difficult for both of us.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Thursday morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Don't forget to use that hashtag TBV podcast, wherever hashtags they're used. But we're back with a jam-packed morning edition. We're putting in that work, man. If you're just tuning into the live stream, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as we've scheduled 3 morning interviews for you. We got Albert Bell, who's going to be fighting on Showtime in a few days. Then we have Flavio Rodriguez, who fights on Showtime this weekend. And we have new American heavyweight Dakari Scott, a.k.a. Mac Truck. But we're here today to discuss Liam Williams, a guy we've been following, and Demetrius Andrade, a guy that the public has been wanting to get in a big-time fight. Now, this isn't that, but the WBO did order it, and we will get it. They must, I guess, be done with negotiations within 90 to 120 days. But I do want to say it is a real fight for Demetrius Andrade. I know that we may not agree on that, and we'll get into it in detail after our co-host introductions, but I think this is a good fight for Andrade. Isn't the best, but it's the best of what's left, if that makes any sense at all. But let me head on out to Corpus Christi, Texas. Mario Munguia, what it do? Good morning.
It's me, Mario.
What is up? What is up? Yeah, man, you couldn't have said it better. It isn't the fight that people that appreciate Andrade's skills are hoping for or were hoping for, but at the same time, it is what it is. It's what's left. I think it's an interesting matchup. I think they match up well. I think it'll be an interesting fight. I'll look for Boo Boo to do something impressive in this fight to make it count on some level, and that's going to be up to him to rise to the occasion. But what is up, Mike?
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Big ups to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one, man. I got a little bit different take on this, man. I think Liam Williams is probably the most difficult or credible name on Demetrius Andrade's record. You know what I'm saying? Going through Andrade's record, you haven't seen him face anybody, in my opinion, as who's been looking as good as Liam Williams. I know he lost to Liam Smith a couple years back, but ever since he moved up to 160, he has been destroying guys, from my guy Aries to my guy Mikael Fox. Was it Mikael Fox or was it his brother?
Atlantis Fox.
Alantez Fox, for sure.
So it is what it is, man. And I think this fight is going to be a good fight. And Demetrius Andrade might have some problems.
I could definitely see him having problems, especially when it took so long to get rid of Luke Keeler. I don't think Keeler could be said in the same sentence with Williams. But I think it's going to be difficult for boxing fans to get over the fact that this guy's lost twice to Liam Smith, who was knocked out by Canelo, and lost to Jaime Munguia. And at the end of the day, Liam Williams' biggest win is Alantez Fox.
Yeah, that's definitely his best win.
Fox?
Come again?
You think Aries not a better win than Fox?
Well, I mean, it's arguable. I don't really know Aries' biggest win.
You know what? Luke Killer beat Aries, not Liam Williams. My
Okay.
bad.
Okay, yeah. So Williams, I
Yeah.
mean, look, again, Alontes Fox is the biggest name. All these other names are domestic. You know, Craig Nicholson, Mark Heffron, Joe Mullenhender. Those are domestic names. He got lucky that he was put in a title eliminator with Alontes Fox. I mean, Liam Williams is the number 7 getting a shot at the freaking champion when you got the number 1 in Jaime right there available. This is a weird situation. Not only did they make him do an eliminator with Fox instead of Munguia, but they're also skipping over Munguia for the title shot. But I don't mind because like you, well, really because of you, I've started to watch more of Williams. And you're right. At 60 with Ingle, he looks a lot more believable as a contender. And he is on a 4 to 5 fight win streak. This will be a 6th fight. And like I said, Dominic Ingle plays a huge role. These guys look good when they're with Dominic Ingle, not only physically, but actually in the ring.
Yeah,
Honestly, man, when you say Jaime Munguia got passed over, I don't know if Jaime wanted to fight because he's moving up to 154, and you had the belt. You should be able to go to 160 and like, hey man, I want to fight him, and he already had a fight. So I'm not sure that Jaime's team want to fight Demetrius Andrade right now.
no,
But
I
moving
can
on-
tell you're right, absolutely right, 100%. They didn't want that fight. They have so much plans for that kid, and he's not going to play by anybody's rules, literally body's rules.
I think it also has to do with the fact that that Jaime Munguia switched trainers. Wasn't this his first fight rather with Eric, or is it second?
It was his first, I believe.
1 or 2.
I'm pretty
so
sure.
maybe they did. And look, Andrade is dangerous. No one's gonna deny that. How dangerous? I don't think we'll ever know until he gets in there with another elite level type of fighter. But while he's challenging and defeating the Brian Rhodes and stuff of the world, we'll really never know. But I think and hope at least Williams can give us some sort of a gauge. I think he'll be tough enough. Speaking of Williams, let me just double check, but I believe I scheduled him. He wanted to come on today, but we're totally booked today, which sucks because, we're discussing his fight, so it would have been better to do it today. But looks like we'll have him Tuesday, 3 o'clock. So next week, Tuesday, not too long, we'll be talking this topic once again with Liam Williams, who was ordered by the WBO to begin negotiations. Speaking of those negotiations, let me just get out to that audio. Warren did have some things to say, but really all facts.
WBO have advised us, and we're in negotiations at the moment, for him to fight Andrade.
And that sounds like it's something might happen fairly soon.
Well, it'll have to happen. We're in negotiations. The fight's got to take place within the next, I think it's 90 to 120 days, so he's good to go.
That's really exciting as well because
He can win that. Let me tell you something. He can beat Andrade. I know he can. He can beat Andrade. That was a phenomenal performance he had last time out. I mean, that guy was no.
And I agree with Frank. It was a phenomenal performance, but it was Alontes Fox. I had a lot of hopes and dream in Fox because he's one of, the guys I met early in. I've watched his entire career develop. So, I wanted him to do good. It was U.S. versus U.K., but Liam rose to the occasion. I don't know that fight gave us the clear indication that he could beat Andre the way that Frank is suggesting, though.
No, there's certainly levels to Fox and Andre, and I don't know. I just don't see it. It's not a fight that I don't think he can win. It's a fight I don't think he will win. You know what I mean? He's a talented enough fighter. It's not about whether or not he's a credible opponent, because I don't want to make it seem like just because most people would go with Andrade in this situation, which I don't even say. I'm not even saying that. They might not, but. I don't know. I guess people don't respect Boo Boo as much as I do. I think Andrade fans respect him a little more than the outside public. You know what I mean? I think that he hasn't gotten his just due. And yeah, he hasn't, he doesn't have that big fight to name, but I don't know. He's done all the right things, and there's been a lot of bad luck in his career. But no, he's a talented fighter. I just don't see him having any issues in this fight.
Yeah, I'm more so on the lines with Mario. I know I said that Liam Williams probably be the best opponent to face Demetrius Andrade, but when you talk about Demetrius Andrade, man, like I know people say, man, he guy's boring, took him forever to get a little killer out of here, but the guy is talented, guy is skillful, the guy it seems like he got some good power too. So I know Liam Williams wants this fight, and he's gonna come in and be a dog and be all over him, but it's levels to this boxing game, man, and I don't think Liam Williams is on the level of Demetrius Andrade. Even though the Liam Smith fights, the first fight ended kind of controversially. I believe it was a headbutt and then went to the scorecards. And the second fight was very, very close. So it's not like Liam Smith just whitewashed Liam Williams.
All right, some facts. Obviously, Liam Williams is the number 7 in the WBO. And the WBO have ordered middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade to defend his title against Liam Williams. Now, Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Demetrius Andrade, is looking to stage this fight in June in Providence, Rhode Island, the home of Demetrius Andrade, and it will be a main event on a Dazn card, according to Michael Coppinger. I just want to say Eddie's been treating Andrade fantastically. I may not be happy with the last 5 fights, including this one, right? Because he's had 4 fights already with them, and this will be his 5th, or was it 5 fights and this will be his 6th? I don't know, but I'm not happy with any of the fights. They didn't give us any fight that I wanted. The only one that it's like okay was Sulecki, because it was a common opponent with some other elites. So it showed where he was at. But if I'm Andrade, I'm super over the moon with what Eddie's doing for me. Hometown fights. I mean, this is going to be his second. He was about to get Billy Joe in his hometown. Like, they're treating him really, really good outside of getting him that big marquee fight, right? They can't get him that big marquee fight, so they're paying him well. They're main eventing him. I mean, he was main event in Miami, main event in his hometown, bringing him back to his hometown. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if I'm Andrade. If I'm an Andrade fan, I'm highly upset.
If you're an Andrade fan?
I mean, if I'm an Andrade fan, I don't even know how to spell 2 people's name on his resume in the last 5 fights. Williams is the first guy that rolls off the tongue properly. Like, who the hell has he been fighting?
You're right, by the way, Ness. This is going to be the 4th fight. He's had 3. Listen, you're absolutely 100% correct on this. Eddie has treated him very well. They've done exactly. But here's the thing, too, though. I think Boo Boo's earned that. He's had such a hard time throughout his career at 154 in his HBO days. He had trouble getting opponents, trouble getting dates. You'll see these big lulls in his career, and that's not even talking about the big one that he had. There are other ones where there were time in between fights that it was a waste. So he deserves to get treated, well. He deserves to, I guess, be given that kind of A-side spotlight, even though he really isn't among the elites in that division or really any division. But he deserves his shot, and I think Eddie's going to give it to him. And once he does that, their relationship comes full circle. So, that would be the best thing that both could accomplish, and I think that's exactly what Eddie wants to get him.
Just butting in, this is actually going to be his 5th fight. He's already had 4. He had Walter, and I know this is not how you pronounce it, but I've been saying it for years. Akinwande, Artur Akakov, which is AKA Wolverine, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his first name, but Sulecki, who's a common opponent with Daniel Jacobs, and then Ireland's Luke Keeler, McGregor's little brother, or whatever. I think they're cousins or something like that, right?
Something like that. But as a Andre fan, I'm more just sitting back and like Like, hey man, it's again, you know what I'm saying? Like Andre has steady called out the top at 160, been calling out Triple G, done called out Jamal Charlo. So it's not like the guy is sitting back and resting on his laurels and not saying that I want to fight anybody. He wants to fight everybody. He wants to get in the ring with the best in him. Time after time, it just seems like he just get the short end of the stick. People are just treating him like he don't have a belt, sort of like Crawford, you know what I'm saying, and not giving him the proper respect to like unify. So, Gennady Golovkin, Jamal Charlo, man, you guys are on notice.
Hey, Mike, what belt does Demetrius have?
WBO.
What belt does Crawford have?
WBO.
Oh, all right. Nah, it must be something. It must be something that the best fighters get the WBO, because we all know Canelo had the WBO. You know what I'm saying? So they just ducking them WBO champs probably, man. Who knows, man? Isn't Danny the mandatory? Let's see what happens. What shakes out this year for Crawford, man. I think a little fruit will fall for both Crawford and Andrade. But that's what I kind of want to do right now, man. Let's do what we do best over here. Let's match make. Let's help them out. Let's give them our ideas that they steal for free. And we need to get Andrade a big fight. Let's pay step-aside money, right? This theoretical conversation is going to be paying Williams step-aside money. Yeah, he's the biggest puncher Andrade has faced till date. Yeah, he'll probably make a decent fight, but no one knows him. I'm sorry. Let's matchmake Andrade. I don't know. I want to try and move him up. Anything sexy at 168 that'll give him some popularity. Anything sexy at 154 that'll give him some popularity. Because I think that's what he needs. He needs people to know who he is so that it doesn't matter as much who you're fighting, right? Like when AJ fights, it doesn't matter it's Pulev. It's still 70,000 people coming to see it. So, like, we need to get these other guys on that status where it doesn't really matter who you're fighting. People still want to see you.
First of all, if we're going to do this realistically, then I think 154 has to be taken out of the equation completely. All those guys wouldn't do none of those guys at this point are willing to move up or do a catch weight with Boo Boo Andrade. And who knows if Boo Boo could make the 154. I doubt he could get all the way back down.
I mean,
he's carrying the weight really well.
Is that true? When you're with Matchroom and Big Pockets Dazn, is that necessarily true? We've seen they've been making big fights. You know, they've been making big fights.
They have.
They've been offering a lot of money to people to come on over and put on a nice fight. So I don't know that we can completely rule it out. They've offered Jamal Charlo money to come to the zone. Eddie's shown interest in Jermell Charlo, and he's a 54-pounder. Jamal's a 60-pounder.
Don't have any interest at this point.
Yeah, those two guys may not have interest. You know, Al may be offering them something, but what I'm saying, if the money is there for Jermell, I think it was between the 7 and 8 range millions for Jamal. Excuse me, Jamal was like 7-8 million for an Andrade fight. Maybe they can offer that to a Rosario who is in promotion.
Or a Lubin or something. I get what you're going
I don't know about Lubin. I know Kevin wouldn't like it, but Lubin needs that name to get back up there. He's still a hot contender, but I don't know that he's like a dude that Andre can make his bones off of. Andre needs a name.
That's a good point, yeah.
Andre needs Jacobs. Let's be real. Like, why can't we get Jacobs Andre? That's the name he needs. That's the name he needs. You know, all this cousin brother shit. Bro. What? Jacobs been in the ring with everybody.
He doesn't need Jacobs specifically, but Jacobs is like that perfect, you know what I mean? It's just a lot on the resume.
Eddie got to start doing his job, man. He got Gennady Golovkin under contract. Well, not under, but he's helping him co-promote Gennady Golovkin. He's promoting Demetrius Andrade. Like, why is it that you get Billy Joe Saunders the fight that he wants? Callum Smith was in discussions with Canelo, but Demetrius Andrade is like the redhead stepchild left on the outside. Like, come on, bro. Man. Do your job, Eddie.
You're right.
I mean, we've been asking Eddie to do his job for 5 fights. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I got his resume pulled up here, and man, I hate when that. Okay. All right, let's go back. I think I said 5 fights. So yeah, Walter, Atakov, Selecki, Keeler, and now Williams. And look, that's 2 years, bro. That's 2 years. We're in 2020. He signed that deal in 18. You know what I mean? Like, how much time do you need? And that's the thing. These fights done nothing for his profile. Nothing. Yes, he's gotten a headline. Yeah, they put him in front of some YouTubers. But I believe when I checked his Instagram, no, that was Jesse, but I'm going to check Andre because I remember Jesse, after Pacquiao fights, Mikey fight, my man was only 96,000 on Instagram. I'm going to check Jesse before I even check Andre just to see did Jesse get a boost. Look, Jesse's at 98, so he got 2,000 followers after losing to Mikey. Where's Andre at? 98 is, look, no disrespect to Jesse, it's just sad. We've won 0 championships. And we got half of 98. We're at almost 60,000 on Instagram. I'm just saying, let me take that back. We are the fucking pound-for-pound king of boxing talk. That's us. So we do have a title, but you get what I'm saying. Let me see. So Boo. No, I put doo-doo. I'm so sorry. No, I didn't. That was a joke. Oh my God. So he's got 2 more thousand than Jesse. Matchroom doing a wonderful job for their DAZN Instagrams and stuff, but they need to help their fighters get a little known. How is it that Demetrius only has 100K? No wonder Marlo, the Marlo brothers don't want to fuck with him. Let me see this. Jermel, where you at? Future. Twin Charlo got, look, 312. That's triple. That's the little brother? Oh, man, because that he calls himself the little brother. The other one is the big bro. Future, let's see what Future got. Where he at? Jamal. Dang, you got me blocked, champ. You better not. I'm about to cry. They doing me dirty. I'm telling you, bro. They don't like the criticism. Let me see. Oh, there you go. Big Charlo. Thought you blocked me. Oh, shit. Big Charlo got 294. So he might be little Charlo to the little Charlo. Uh-oh. Yo, and that's because Jamel do talk more. Who does more interviews? Jamel. And who was very open and very dramatic after the loss? Jamel. People, he appealed to people. The tears and all that. Probably got a few female fans because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the Tony Harrison fight probably did some damage to raise his profile and shit. That those fights and those press conferences were very entertaining.
But you mean you use the word damage? You mean it did good?
I mean, I didn't mean damage as the way like it sounds. I mean damage as getting more numbers and stuff.
Exactly, kind of like the Andy Ruiz effect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Andy has no partner now.
Yo, no one's gotten a buzz like that, bro. Off a loss, off a win, like yo, holy shit. And look, obviously the component is Anthony Joshua. I'm not denying that, but no one's gotten that level of buzz from winning or losing.
Well, it's also the heavyweight division and the fact that he's Mexican American. That was huge. I mean, he went on Kimmel. He went on Kimmel the next day. You know what I mean?
What's Kimmel?
Exactly, Mike. You're absolutely right.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, Kimball. Yeah, bro. I just can't believe. I mean, think about it. Look, Jesse just fought Mikey, who did almost 50,000 with Earl in terms of ticket sales, did 300 and something thousand pay-per-views. His name is consistently being flirted with Pacquiao, and he only gained 2,000 subs. We're talking about, what's that, like 2,000% compared to Ruiz? He gained 2 million point something followers on IG. Crazy. And this is what I'm saying. People are like, oh, Ness, you crazy. Ruiz became an A-side, man. Numbers is power. If you got little-ass 21-year-old motherfucking, what's his name? Ryan out here holding Golden Boy by the balls, making him renegotiate live on fucking Twitter and IG and give him better contracts because he got 3 million. Shit. Ruiz got some motherfucking demand and power. I'm telling you, we watching it before our eyes, man. Numbers means power. But look, it's we got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Let me double check these lines. We got 4 minutes till we get Albert Bell. And pull up his IG and have that ready so we could be screen sharing. We got Albert Bell coming on the show. He's a Ohio fighter, so shout out to Ohio Runs Boxing. Undefeated fighter. We've already seen him on PBC or Showtime before, so hopefully you guys have already seen some of his work. But he's a tall guy for his weight, man. Very good fighter. So it's going to be interesting to follow his career, see, what he could accomplish.
He the dude that beat Andy Vincent.
Yes.
Got you. Okay. Shout out to my guy, Albert Bell, you know what I'm saying?
Tall
guy.
Some
money that night, big dog. Appreciate that.
Toledo, Ohio. They make him tall in Toledo. That's something we got to bring up, right? Like Robert Easter's freakishly tall, for his division. But this guy's a super featherweight. So, is it super featherweight, 130, right? And then super light, and then lightweight is 135. So, yeah, he's going to be fighting Isaias. Damn, I wanted to name my son that. He ended up having that for his middle name, though, and shit. But Isaias Santos Sampillo. Who the fuck is Sampillo? I never heard of my man's ever. 21-15. Okay, showcase style. He's got losses to also people I've never heard of. Damn. So, he lost once to Can X or Can Zoo. Liam Walsh also beat him. Billy Dibb also beat him. All right, so this is a win for you, Bell. Let's see what's Bell's knockout ratios here. Ooh.
Very light, very light.
Yeah.
He only got 5, right?
Yeah, he got 5. He 29 with the KO percentage. So, yeah, okay. Okay.
Punch, big,
yeah, he's going to have to, look. This is time to shine for sure. Let me see what else was been on. Oh, yeah, the Frank de Alba fight, too. Yeah, he racking up. Let me tell you. Yo, to be 16-0, let me just put y'all on. Andy Vinces was already WBC Continentals America's champ. He was a top-ranked, undefeated prospect. They knew what they had after they put him in there with the undefeated, I think it's De Leon, and they got a draw out of it. That's why Andy was 22-0-1. We've had Andy on the show numerous times. Plus, he joined us in our Las Vegas live show. But that's a solid win. Solid. And then the Frank de Alba fight, that's a solid win. Frank de Alba has got some wins over some people and has lost to certain people, right? Like, obviously lost to Albert Bell, Andy Vinces, Oshakwe Foster, who we've had on Oshaki Foster is how he says to pronounce it, though. Oshaki Foster, he lost to. And then he also lost to Omar Douglas, all who we know. But he also beat Jonathan Perez. He beat, you know what I mean? So he's got one or two good names that he defeated, but it's a good name to have on your resume. You know what I mean? If you're Bell, I want to see you beat Alba rather than lose to Alba. But yeah, that'll be our first guess in about another minute or so. Let me just double check, see what number he's going to be calling in from. But yeah, I mean, look, not much to say on this Andrade stuff. It's just kind of like waiting for his shot to come.
Yeah, the only question that I have is it going to be in America, or can Frank Warren somehow lure Demetrius Andrade over there, which I doubt. When it goes to purse bid, I expect Matchroom and Eddie Hearn to win the purse bid. So hopefully this fight is I think it's going to be a good fight, man. I don't see Liam Williams as being that a pushover or anything like that. I know he's going to come in tough and come in rugged and really try to take it to Demetrius Andrade, but like I said, man, skills pay the bills, and Demetrius Andrade is one of the most skillful boxers out there doing it.
Well, to answer your question, Mike, the rumor is that it's being proposed for June in Providence. So,
yeah, that's what I said. That Eddie's doing a good job for Andrade.
I didn't remember, and then I had to read
decent job for Andrade. But as a fight fan, I would like him to do better. I figured all this DAZN money everyone else is getting, offer some to Jacobs to fight Andrade. Offer some to look. Billy Joe's in the Canelo sweepstakes, and that's why Andrade cannot get Callum and Billy Joe until Canelo confirms. But a guy that isn't in the Canelo sweepstakes is Daniel Jacobs, and I think that was like the negotiation to have. You know, Jacobs is the name. Jacobs has done, you know, big fights with Canelo and Gennady and Chavez. So Jacobs gets A side, make Andrade move up to 68, or try and sweeten the deal so that Jacobs comes back to 60 and fight Andrade for his title to give him some sort of validity or some sort of, you know, he needs something, bro. He needs something. But I know those guys are tight. Listen, Andre Rozier used to train Jacobs, and he is considered Demetrius Andrade's nephew. I've been at fights where Rozier has been the second in command in Andrade's corner with his father. Then I've been at fights with Andrade where Rozier was the second and Virgil Hunter was the head for Andrade. So I've seen many different shades of Andrade's team, but I will say I've been around long enough to know that he does consider Jacobs a friend. So, yeah, you know, it's going to be difficult to get that fight without the right dollars amount. But I think Jacobs will do it. I think Jacobs will do it with the right money on the line. He fought his other friend who he trains with, right? That's why we can't allow them to hit us with the friend shit. You know, him and Derevyanchenko have to have a relationship. They're in the same gym, trained by the same trainers. You know what I mean? So they had a relationship, and they chose to put that relationship to the side for business, and I don't think it should be any different right now.
I think Jacobs is probably more likely to fight Callum Smith than he is to fight Demetrius Andrade. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that, you know, what both men want and what both men deserve is that A-side treatment that they were promised at Dazn, that they've been getting for the most part. You know, well, obviously against Canelo, but that's still treating your fighter well when you can get him that big money fight. So they deserve this time, I think. I really do. I think that, you know, I don't know. I remember being a fan of his early on at 154 and having to watch his HBO fights, wondering when he's going to match up with the top of the division at the time and the Trouts and the Lauras and, you know, all those guys. And it just never came. He never got his shot. And he was stuck fighting the Riders of the world and guys like that, and always on the fringe of the best in the division, but never really making it there to the big fight. So I don't know. He deserves his time. He'll get his big fight. I know he will.
Bro, but he's a 2008 Olympian. We're in 2020. We're talking about 12 years.
I know, man. He's like, what, 31 now?
And we're still talking about wait. He'll get his time, bro. Like, he needs to have that
32.
meeting. He needs to have that meeting, and they need to really do something. You know, look, 32, put it into perspective. I'm going to keep using Crawford as my example for all these other guys. Crawford's 32. Look at how much he's accomplished. It's a different story, man. These guys they're not looking at it. And I get it. Mike, you're the guy that loves to say everyone has a different path. But you know what path we all have that's the same? That motherfucking age path. We all walk down the same get old road. And at 32, he's getting old. At 32, Crawford may be getting old, but he's already accomplished so much. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a different stage of his career, you know? Same even for a guy like Wilder at 34. You know, he's had those 10 defenses. That's going to be part of history. Like, you know.
You can be 33, 34. You know, it only take one night for your whole life to change. We seen it with Andy. Go from 40,000 subs to 2 million. It only take one night,
You're
man.
absolutely
Everybody
right.
got a path, baby. As long as you stay to your path and stay true to yourself and stay true to what you believe and stay calling these guys' names out, eventually, man, they got to fight you. Eventually, like, people going to say, like, bro, this dude be calling your name out for, like, 6 years. Why you ain't fighting him yet? You fighting everybody else, but why you ain't fighting him? So, in my opinion, man, sooner or later, man, big fights on the zone, like Andre, Triple G and that winner or that loser between Canelo and Triple G fights Andre, something like that, to just to get another name, because you don't want Gennady to fight all those fights and then retire on the laurels of losing to Canelo, then right off to the sunset. Now you want to have 2 more fights with him after he fights Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even entice him to another deal. Like, bro, if you beat Andre, or I got this Andre fight for you, we'll extend you 2 more fights if you fight Andre. You know what I'm saying? And if there's money to be made, man, boxing's not going to pass it up being 38, 39 years old.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you um, for the most part. I just think that the only part that drags me down, I agree. I mean, it's only going to take one time. He gets that big win, and all that stuff goes away. That the how long and the wanting and all that. But the one thing that's just hard is that it's like you kind of think in a theoretical sense, like, man, if he was at 154, like if we could rewind his career 4 years now, and he was at 154 now, and he was able to swim there. Like, I don't know. I think he would already have a scalp on his resume. Honestly, if he would have gotten a shot back then, I think he would still, right now, have a scalp on his resume. A big time win. An Austin Trout, somebody. If they would have given him a shot at 154, he would have been had a name on him on his resume. But he really is a victim of some unfortunate events. Some of them, he could take some responsibility for, but a lot of them really, there's no calling that type of stuff. So he was behind the 8 ball at 154 his whole career. And then, now he's moved up and he's just trying to make his stake. He's trying to make his name, he was in a very small pool for Canelo, whether we agree on that or not. He was in a very small pool for Canelo, and he was one name that was constant being thrown around. So it's there. It's there. It's close. He's just got to keep winning. He's got to do what he's got to do, and he's got to do it in impressive fashion.
Yeah, man, I would have to agree. It just seems like I know you say he was in a small pool for Canelo, and we heard his name tossed around, but was he ever like a real option? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's cool to toss a guy's name around, you know what I'm saying, to bring guys up, but knowing that you want to fight Calvin Smith, who has the WBA Super, and you want to fight Billy Joe Saunders, who has the WBO, I mean, I really didn't see much of any other opponent for Canelo besides those two guys. You know what I'm saying? I know Murata came up out of nowhere, which I was like, just wow. But I think that was more of a money grab, and the money just didn't make sense. So, but I mean, Demetrius might be a victim of his own career. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had that bad promotional deal with who?
All right, guys. Looks
Right.
like Albert Bell has just joined the program. Good morning, Mr. Bell. Want to thank you first and foremost for taking out the time to come on the program. We truly appreciate it. How are you, brother?
Good morning. I'm all right. Thank y'all for having me on here. It's a blessing.
Uh-oh. Did we wake you? Sounding a little groggy over there.
No, I've been up for a little minute dealing with these changes we got to make due to this virus that's going around,
How
So
is
I've been up networking a little bit.
how is that affecting you? I know you fight this weekend, so how's that affecting you with so many of these, cancellations due to the virus?
Oh yeah, we got a little scared earlier today because the place where we having the fights at, I guess at 12, they're making an announcement that all governmentally owned businesses is going to be shut down due to the virus. But we already had a backup venue in our back pocket, prepared. And the commission in sporting of Ohio is letting the fights go on, so the show still will go on.
All right, well, I got a couple of co-hosts with me. I'm going to introduce you to Michael Gross, the boss in Indiana.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Bill? I got a
How
lot
you
of questions
doing?
for you, but the first question and most important, like, how do you feel like fighting with the virus going around and like in places like that? Because we've seen the NBA pretty much cancel the rest of their season because of the virus. Do you feel like that possibly putting yourself at risk by fighting this weekend?
Not too much. I'm not really too much worried about it. I'm not looking into it that deep, I don't think we go through the medicals and all that and stuff, so I think we should be all right.
So have y'all been doing testing for the coronavirus?
To be honest, no, we haven't. But I'm not too much worried about it like that. Right now, it's not. It's not in panic mode for me. I don't know. You know how this media stuff have a handle on things. It's a big thing one week, the next thing you know it's not. But just stay prayed up, man.
Absolutely. How you doing, Albert? This is Mario Munguia. I want to talk about your opponent. I don't know much about him. This looks like a situation where you're being brought in and you're going to be able to showcase your skills in front of, as many people are willing to see you. So, how have you prepared? What do you know about him? What can you tell us about him?
To be honest, I don't know too much about him either. He's like I had like 3 different opponents drop out on me. I was supposed to fight a guy that was 26-4 who I grew up under named Miguel Gonzalez from Cleveland, Ohio. He had amateur wins over Gary Russell, Terrence Crawford, and 3 or 4 other world champions right now. But when it was time to send him the contract, he lost contact with us. Then I was about to fight a guy from Argentina who was 63-9 with 3 draws, so 75 professional fights. Then he did the same thing and dropped out. So this was the last guy that he accepted the fight. I don't know too much about him. I know he fought a couple world champions and some notable names. But I seen a couple little footage on him, but I just prepare how I do for any other fight, work hard and train hard and, prepare myself for my best performances I can.
This is your second 10-rounder, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
My last fight was supposed to be a 10-rounder in Reno, but the card was like so packed with other 10-rounders and stuff that they cut like 6 of the fights on there to 8-rounders.
I noticed that.
So, Mr. Bell, I hear you feel people are ducking you. Talk to me about that.
Oh man, where they come with that? I wouldn't say just flat out ducking me, but it's I wouldn't say just people are ducking me, but I just know how the business works, and I'm not a lot of guys that I would fight or was supposed to be lined up to fight. There's some new guys that came up in a weight class that got seniority over me, as far as the Carl Framptons and Oscar Valdez's and stuff, because they are already former world champions, So, of course, they're going to jump in line. The head of the line over me, and them the fights that guys will take because it's a bigger reward with less risk. Them guys have seen losses and stuff, and they're small guys. So, of course, they will fight them guys over me being 6 foot, 130 pounds. And, I'm not the money draw yet. So, but it's a little avoiding going on, I would say.
So, my bad. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the first time that I came across Albert Bell is when you fought Andy Vences, and I thought that Andy was gonna get the job done. But then I got my guy from Bama, Bo. He was like, "Man, really look at Albert Bell, man. He's a really, really good fighter." Then my guy from Ohio runs boxing. He's like, "Yeah, Bell might get it done this weekend." And you went out there, man. Use your length, use your counter ability, and got it done against Andy. Just take me back to that fight, and like, were you surprised?
So you ain't gonna tell him he won you some money?
Yeah. I need a percentage.
You want me a few dollars? I think it was like a nice little, like 380 or like 400. But anyway, just take me back to that fight. And were you surprised when you got the call to fight Andy?
No, I ain't. They actually gave me the call first to pick out of him. What's the guy named Saul Rodriguez? I think he got knocked out like right around that same time after that, and it was like another top ranked prospect. So I had the choice of out of 3 top ranked prospects. So I said, why not go for the one with the hardware, which was Vinicius, And I know he was lined up to fight Jamil Herring if he got past me. So my thing was to go in there and shake that up and get that title fight for Jamil after beating him, but like I said before, that the guys moved up and seniority over me. But going back to that fight, I always knew I could beat Andy Vinicius. We fought in the amateurs together, we could have fought in Toledo at the National Pal, but he lost to Toka Conclary in the semifinals, and I went on to beat Toka the next day by a lopsided score. So we always knew of each other, but I always knew I could beat him. He ain't. I don't know. I just always knew I could beat him. I just know I was a better fighter and athlete, and I'm just a better thinker than him.
Yo, so I want to matchmake, man, because
go
ahead.
If Top Rank calling you, giving you all these options, what the hell are you doing fighting on ShowBox?
Why? I never fought on Showbox.
I'm saying, isn't the fight this weekend on Showbox, or is it on
No. It was just because I was supposed to fight on the Shakur Stevenson undercard on this card as well, but I guess they trying to push all the New York guys that they got out there on that card. You know, they got the John Balzas, the
Edgar
Julian
Belangas,
Rodriguez's,
Edgar
and
Belanga,
Jose,
Julian
all
Rodriguez.
they got two cards. They got two cards back to back out there. So they filled them up with their local guys, which is understandable. So my next fight was going to be April 25th on that Mandalay Bay card when Monster makes his Top Ranks debut. But I didn't want to sit from October, was my last fight, October 26th. I didn't want to sit basically to May because that's April 25th. So they came up, we got a few guys on that signed to Top Ranks, so they let us do a card here back home. And so we took that route instead.
So off TV, no ESPN Plus.
This is I think we got some streaming services on there, and then we got a local show that's gonna cover the whole thing called BCSN. It's on our cable and stuff like that. But I guess it's gonna be some live streaming going on and things of that nature. But we just gotta stay busy.
Listen, before I pass you to Mario,
we gotta stay busy.
Before I pass you to Mario, can you please give out any ticket information? And I just want to say, man, you are such a good speaker. You know so much information about your own career, your opponents. And, we interview dozens of fighters, at least a minimum of 2 per day at a 5-day week. And believe me, man, you are a very good speaker, man. So hope to see some more good stuff from you. But Mario, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, do you expect
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Do you expect to receive 3 opponent choices for the next card in what did you say was May, right? Or no, April? You said their Mandalay card.
Yeah, I was supposed to fight in April, but no, it don't work like that at the time. It was just they was gonna step me up, because I was at the 14-15-0 mark. So they like, you gotta fight one of the, we not about to babysit you. It's either sink or swim. So we got the guys lined up in your weight class. This day record, boom, 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 boom. What you want to do? So that's where we came up with the plan to go for the Vinicius fight. But got that one down. So the next couple two was just basically like some coasters to give me. So but I still wanted like veterans or either other prospects because I didn't want to go from a big win like that to something less. So my last fight was the Frank D'Alba fight. Frank is a tough veteran. I said he never been stopped. He gave Vinicius all he could handle. So I said, let's do this one. Won every single round easily. Then we came back here. I tried to get a good fight here with Miguel Gonzalez, but he went MIA. Then we found a guy that was 63-9. He went MIA. So then at this point, I'm like, man, just give me whatever so we can lock this card in so I can be fighting. But after this fight, I will be fighting another prospect or either a future world champion. I mean, not prospect, but a contender. I'll be fighting it's about 3 other top-ranked guys undefeated left at 130, So it'll be one of those guys or either one of the future world champions coming off a loss, something like that, that'll put me into title contention after this fight, which would be probably in the summer. And then the next fight after that will be, titles.
So you officially with Top Rank. These are not fight by fights.
Yeah. No, I signed a contract with Top Rank in 2018, a 4-year contract. This is my 5th fight with Top Rank.
Man, nice, man. Congratulations. That is awesome. Cause I wanted to match make, but Top Rank definitely has a lot of opponents for you. But you being the WBC Continental Champion, there's a WBC Silver Champion that continuously says people are ducking him, and you guys got a common opponent. You both beat, I believe, Frank Del Alba. Let me just double check your resume, but I believe y'all both beat Frank Del Alba. And I'm talking about Oshaki Foster. I mean, he out here talking crazy about everybody in the division. He's saying people are ignoring him. They're acting as if he doesn't exist. He's saying he's got a belt. No one wants it. He's gone on, I mean, he made so much noise. Charlamagne from the Breakfast Club interviewed Gervonta asking him, like, why you ain't fighting this dude? Have you heard of him? And what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely heard of him, but, he doing what he's supposed to do, but everybody doing what they're supposed to do as well. If it makes sense, the fights will happen. But people got their own agendas and the schedule they move in accord. And if it doesn't help they cause, then then that's not really what people trying to do. I'm not 100% sure. Me, I box anybody, but we got a game plan going over here with what we can handle on our top ranked side. It's 2 belts in our stable, so that's my main focus on. I'm trying to get a world championship.
Definitely understand that. And look, I got no ties to Mr. Foster whatsoever, but looking at the WBC ranking, you being 15 and he being number 9 with that strap, I mean, that does get you closer to a Burchell, who is with Top Rank. You know what I mean? Or do you think you can get that, you just get that because they, like, you're with Top Rank and they'll just give him a voluntary defense?
Yeah, they got it situated. Like, I got the game plan. They told me exactly what they're going to do with me. So basically is after this fight we'll fight a title eliminator against one of the other top ranked guys, and in the meantime Jamil Heron and Carl Frampton will fight each other. Oscar Valdez and Burchell will fight each other, and then those winners will fight each other to unify. And on the back route, it'll be that time, and it will play out the same amount of time as this fight, the elimination fight, and then the fight for unification against the winner off that side. You get what I'm saying? So whoever comes out on top out of the top ranked contenders will be fighting for 2 belts at one time instead of 1. So it'll be fighting for the WBC and the WBO.
Looking at the top ranked champions, who do you think is the top dog?
To me right now, I would have to say Burchell. To be honest, he's the longest defending champion, and he's the one that's getting the guys out of there.
Definitely, man. So, Mr. Bell, man, what could you tell us? What got you into this sport, man? You seem like a very educated, well-spoken young man. Definitely look focused too, man.
Oh, most definitely focused. But my father was a boxer, as well as my older brothers and stuff like that. So my dad is still my coach to this day. So growing up as a kid, when I was learning how to walk and talk, I was learning my jab and my basics. I grew up in the boxing gym. Had my first fight when I was 8, won everything. Went to Olympic trials, lost to Jose Ramirez, who's a unified champion at 140 now. I won a national Golden Gloves, won the National Police Athletic League championships. Had about 165 amateur fights, only lost 15 with multiple championships and turned pro. And that's just been the story of it. Been doing it my whole life.
All right, we got a couple of questions from the people before we wrap it up. We got Mad Bent 100 says, "Good day, champ. What is your vision going forward? What do you want next? And how many weight classes do you plan to be a champion before you retire?" So you told us your vision and definitely the plan that Top Rank has for you, so you don't have to reiterate that. So how many weight classes do you see yourself competing in before you retire?
Wherever my body feel out, probably 3. Not 100% sure, but probably 3.
All right. We got Ruin 504, New Orleans, who says, "Do you think a win in your next fight will give you a higher spot in the WBC rankings?"
Yes, I would believe so. That's how it goes. You keep winning against quality opponents or whatever the case may be. Just staying consistent, your ranking should, keep going up.
Stonebone Boxing. Go ahead.
Is it hard, or how hard is it to make 130? I know that sounded kind of crazy at first.
I make it fairly easy. Like the Vencias fight was the first time I actually had to make 130 in a long time, because it'd always be like a catch weight of 133 or something like that. But being that it was a title on the line, I had to make exactly 130. So I brought in a meal prep chef, and just did everything, didn't cut no corners, and I weighed in at 129, and I ate twice the day before the weigh-in. So when I'm locked in and focused, got that date, it's fairly easy to make.
All right, we got some more questions here from the people. Let me just pull that back up. Stonebone Boxing Colorado says, peace, brother. I too am a Muslim, and I was wondering how Islam has helped you stay disciplined in this dangerous sport of boxing. Inshallah, you will be a world champion real soon, brother. Hashtag Midwest.
Tell him I said, mashallah. And Islam and boxing kind of go hand in hand. You know, it's a lot of sacrifices and discipline in the religion as well as the sport. So I think one definitely helps the other. And it made my journey a lot easier to stay on the right track as a boxer being a Muslim.
All right, we got another one from the Prince of Power that says, what's up, champ? As a professional, how did the Tyson Fury glove controversy look to you?
It definitely looked suspicious, you know. I haven't seen gloves do that, especially in the year 2020. You know, probably back in the 60s with Ali gloves and stuff, they used to flap a little around, but the technology of gloves I definitely approve. So it looks kind of fishy. It's something they should review or check. You know, I can't say he cheated because I wasn't there, you know, but all I can look at is video. And but I just do believe he is just a superior boxer over Deontay Wilder. So I don't know if he felt he needed an edge or what the case may be. You never know what a man thinks in his mind and his heart, but on the outside looking in, if he did have loaded gloves, I don't think it was a need for it. I thought he would have pulled the win out regardless, but it's something they should definitely look at.
We got Coyote in the UK that says Deontay Wilder came out and said if he retired right now, he's a Hall of Famer. Do you think Deontay Wilder's a Hall of Famer right now?
It's hard to say. The times have changed. Far as the quality of heavyweights and opponents. I know he was the longest reigning for a while now, but I think he would still need another big victory over a proven world champion. Who knows? But it's something to talk about and think about for sure.
All right. We got Marcus, Ohio runs boxing. Albert, who are some of the hardest punchers you've been in the ring with sparring from Ohio?
Let me see. I honestly really don't get hit much. So when I do, if it's a good shot, I really kind of remember. But usually shots don't really hurt me. It just be like, okay, that was a good shot. But let me see, who punching? There's some people that just crack it. I remember like a couple years ago, I sparred the guy from Columbus. He was like 152. I was like 130. And he was southpaw. What's his name? Rashad something from Columbus. I forgot his name. That's my guy too. He hit me with a good shot. I was like, okay. But I think everybody hit hard if you let them hit you. You know, like you ever been off guard and a little kid run past your stomach and hit you, or a girl hit you or something like that. It's just you be ready to kill them because they hurt. But I think that goes with everybody. If they could get the shot off, it's definitely gonna hurt you, no matter how soft or hard you think they hit. If they crack you clean, it's gonna hurt. Just don't get hit.
All right, we got a couple of them from Marcus. You know, he's big on all Ohio fighters, and he makes sure to help us.
Yeah, that's my guy.
He makes sure. He's our guy too. He makes sure to put us on, man. Like anyway, I spoke to your manager. I'm trying to get Big Baby too, man, because Ohio definitely has a lot of talent, man. You know, you remind me of Robert Easter, being from Toledo, being so freaking tall at a lower weight division. But yeah, all right, so. He says, do you think, you kind of answered that. He said, do you think you'll face Jamal Herring? I believe you will. You believe that you will, depending on, how things pan out. The next one is, can you take us back to when you got signed to Top Rank and when you met Bob? How did your deal happen? How did Top Rank find you? Ohio runs boxing. We appreciate you, champ.
The thing was, when I first turned pro, I came. I was like one of the top highly ranked amateurs. You know, being that I won 2 national championships in my last year of being an amateur. So I had signed with Iron Mike Productions. It was Mike Tyson when he first started his company. You know, so I signed with them, and then their company ended up closing or whatever. So I ended up just going back to the underground route, just fighting on cards and doing things like that. So when it got to the point I was 13, 14, no, I was like, me and my management came together and was like, it's time to get back with a mainstream promoter to get on these, big cards or whatever the case may be, So that was that. We was going around, shopping myself around to different promoters, and Top Rank, the one that reached out. So we was going to fight on the Top Rank card on some fight-by-fight type stuff, just the audition. But I ended up fighting. I had a rematch with a guy I had a tough fight with. I knocked him out in the first round with a body shot, and they just signed me from there. And then it was just that. And then we met Bob at my first Top Rank debut, and it was just a good relationship from there.
Well, congratulations, champ, man. We truly appreciate you coming on and just talking some boxing with us. We're going to continue to follow your career, wishing you the best of success and luck on this upcoming fight. We would love to get you on after the victory for the victory lap and just for you to tell us what's next. If you can, give out your social media. I have been screen sharing it throughout the time of the interview, helping people find you. But once again, thank you.
Thank you, and I appreciate y'all for having me. It's definitely an honor and a pleasure of mine. I'll come back on whenever y'all want me to. But you can follow me on social media: Facebook, Albert Press Bell; Instagram, Albert Press Bell; Twitter, Albert Bell 419. Just keep following me, and we'll keep putting it on for everybody.
All right, champ. There you have it. Thank you. Albert Bell, ladies and gentlemen, top contender, definitely doing his thing in the game. 6 feet tall at 130. Ow, that's gonna.
Crazy.
And look, he reminds me of Easter, but he doesn't fight like Easter. Like, he uses his height well and his length. I'm gonna cut out and get Fabio.
Yeah, it was a great interview. I agree completely about the fact that he was so well spoken. He knew so much. I mean, he remembered every cancellation. He remembered every opponent that he was supposed to face, who they were coming off of. So seems very involved in his career. But Ohio breeds him out there pretty well, So it's gonna be interesting to see him out this weekend. Oh wait, but it's not on. Damn it!
I know. I'm so disappointed. I thought it was.
Let's put that in my mind.
I thought it was. I thought it was this. I thought he was on the Shakur card. Like,
it sounds like he should be. Like it would have made sense.
Yeah.
For the guys they got on there.
It hurt my feelings, bro. I wanted to watch it for sure.
Yeah, that was only one thing that I wish we would have clarified when he said he was going to fight. Now I already forgot who he said he was going to fight. But yeah, he's getting an opportunity. There's not going to be any lack of opportunity for this guy.
Nah, man.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and listen, if Top Rank told them they got a plan, because we had Jamel Herring come on here and say the same thing, bro. Like, yo, they told me XYZ, and then we seen it and it just happened right before our eyes. And look at him right now; he's a champ. So, yeah, I mean, he's in a good position. Like I said, Top Rank knows how to develop talent. And those 2 wins that he has with Vences and Alba, those are solid wins, attention-grabbing wins. And it's just a matter of him, like he said, sticking to the plan that they have. I was excited when he said they offered him Raul Neno Rodriguez. I was like, whoa. I was about to interrupt the interview and everything because, like, yo, why you ain't take that? But, it made sense. He went after the hardware, and it's true. It moves you up the rankings to get those regional WBC belts. He got the Continentals America. That's why I threw out Oshikwe Foster. He works with Lou. They got no TV contract. They could easily put him on a one-fight, Top Rank, ESPN somewhere versus Albert Bell, WBC Continental, WBC Silver, and he moves up. The Silver was what Dillian had before he became interim. So it's paces, but he's got his own plan, and that was cool too, to see. Because some of these guys, they can't tell you that. That's why I told him, I'm very happy that he's such a well speaker. He knows what's going on. We interview people and they're like, oh, you know what? You got to talk to my manager. Oh, you know what? You got to talk to my coach about that, man. I just trained. And look, that's cool because you're showing us that you focus, but you know, in this day and age, you want to have a handle on your career slightly. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me go get this next interview.
Now, what I was going to say was, I just hope they put the proper protocol in place, man, this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Mike, I hate to interrupt, but it's looking like Fabio. Is this you?
Yeah, that's me.
How are you, Fabio Rodriguez? Thank you for calling in, brother. Javier Caputillo, trained fighter, and you're having a fight this weekend on TV. Not like our first guest where we mistaked and assumed he was going to be on TV. You are on Showbox Saturday, the co-main event, correct?
No, it's on Friday tomorrow.
There you go. I'm making all types of mistakes this morning, but man, how are you? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for coming on so early in the morning. I know you're West Coast, or have you already traveled to the fight week location?
Yeah, I'm already here in Minnesota, just chilling in the hotel room, waiting for weigh-ins, pretty much.
Bet. So, what could you tell us about your opponent?
Oh, well, from what I've seen about my opponent, you know, he's a young cat, 19 years old. He's tough, strong, comes at you. So, you know, it's going to be a good fight. But I think my experience of being older and you know, like who I grew up with, training with, and all that's gonna do the difference in the fight and win me the fight.
Well, give us a little bit about that background. Tell me about who you grew up with, training, and things like that. What is giving you that confidence? Be a little more specific.
Well, ever since, because I started boxing, I was like I think 5 or 6 years old, and I grew up with Leo Santa Cruz, and well, you know, just growing up in the gym that I was at, LA Boxing Club. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but it was pretty popular back in the day before it closed down. You know, just being around all those top fighters, and then well, most recently I was sparring Mikey, Adrian Broner, you know, just to name a few. But you know, I got that experience in me.
Yeah, you absolutely. Those are very impressive names. Now, let me ask you, as far as training camps gone, you know, how did it go? Who did you train with? Any names in particular? And we've been talking to fighters this week, and we've been seeing that the coronavirus has hinged a lot of people from training, and it's affected their daily lives. Is there anything in this training camp that has been affected by the virus?
To be honest, no, not to me, because I'm not paying attention to that, you know, like too much. Like I know it's turned into like a big epidemic and all that, but you know, I gotta do my job. I gotta train. Like it's not gonna stop me from running outside or going to the gym or any of that. But yeah, what I've been watching on TV, they've been canceling all kinds of events, and I'm kind of hoping they don't cancel this one. I doubt they will, but I mean, you know, that's probably like the only thing that the coronavirus been messing with as of now.
Yeah, that's where I was hoping you were going with that, because that's got to be tough, right? To live in that kind of uncertainty. I mean, we've seen just in a matter of 12 hours, you know, the sports world change in such a huge way. So yeah, that's really where I was taking that. That's got to be tough, right?
Yeah, and I actually heard rumors that we might actually fight in an empty arena. That's what my coach, when he came in, that somebody told him that we might have to fight in an empty arena. So, you know, just for the safety of the fighters.
Absolutely, that's number one, first and foremost. What would that be like for you to fight? I mean, like I'm sure that you've gone in your career and your amateurs and stuff, and you know it would seem like sparring. But do you think though it would be weird at that stage, on that level?
To be honest, yeah. I feel a little awkward, but at the end of the day, you know, in the back of your head, you know it's a fight and you know what you got to do. But yeah, straight up, it'll be pretty weird.
Expect from you this weekend when you're getting the ring with Mr. Norman?
To be honest, I always come out different. It just depends on who I fight, because you know, we train for different fighters, but you never know what you're gonna get until you're in there. You know, you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like if I'm not gonna go out there and brawl with somebody that's just a knockout hitter, like I'm gonna try to outbox them, or if somebody's trying to outbox me, I'm gonna have to be like a little more sharp, a little more timing. You know, it just depends on who I'm fighting.
So, Mr. Rodriguez, tell me about how you linked up with Javier Caputillo.
Oh well, I've always known the family since like I said, I was a little kid, and well, yeah, like after I left my last coach over some problems we had, there were the obvious people to go to. Like I liked how they got me in shape because let's be honest, I'm a little fat boy. I ain't gonna lie. I usually come in fat and everything, and now I'm actually coming in like fit to fight me all that.
So basically, you are accrediting the strength and conditioning, or the keeping you in line and focused to Javier.
Yeah, I think they played a major role in this time, like as them having them as a coach.
And how many fights have you been with him now?
Just one. This is number 2.
Okay. So far so good then.
Oh yeah.
So I do got to give you
definitely.
some advice before I let my co-host jump in. You have to make your Instagram profile public, and you should change your name.
You know what? I'll
You got F
change my
underscore bro. You got F underscore Rod 48. Like, no one knows that you're a boxer if you're doing that. Like, I mean, unless you're not trying to take it serious. But if you want to take it serious, brother.
I can't think of anything. No, you're right. You're
I mean,
100%
your
right.
name is Flavio.
I mean, your name
You put
exactly.
Flavio with some fly? Come on, bro.
You got a name like Flavio. Why you changing it? I mean, I don't know. You have to. You have to definitely put your name there. Put that you're a professional boxer in your profile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got the boxing
get you.
pictures. We're screen sharing it right now. You got the boxing pictures. I'm showing them. But it's private, so no one can stumble onto your page and realize, oh, look at this fighter. Let me follow him. We got to get you right. Definitely change that F Rod, unless you
There
A
you go.
Rod.
I just made it. I just made it public, and now I got to think of a name so I can switch it. I'm gonna take your advice.
Nah. Just put your real name. Your real name is Flavio
Yeah.
Rodriguez. You'll get a ring name as your fight and career goes on. You know what I mean? Right now, they need to be able to find you. Tell everybody which card, and I guess you can't really buy tickets, but how could they watch you fight this weekend? Or actually tomorrow?
Well, yeah. Well, you guys can check it out on Showbox on Showtime. I'm not too sure what time it starts. I'm assuming it's gonna be like maybe 7 p.m. or something like that. Like I said, I'm not too sure. And yeah, tickets. Well, I might fight in an empty arena, so there's probably no tickets to be bought. You feel me?
Nah. Still direct people to the tickets, because you know what? Let them worry. Let Ticketmaster or whoever worry about that. Because at the end of the day, if they still are selling tickets, you definitely want them to be sold.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Well, I'm fighting at the Grand Hinckley Casino in Hinckley, Minnesota. I'm assuming you could buy some tickets out up front, but yeah, if you guys are in town, come check me out. Come check us all out. It should be a good show. And if not, well then just tune into Showbox and watch us live.
And Flavio, give me, who's the biggest name you think you've been in? Because you're in LA, man. I mean, you definitely should have gotten some great sparring out there. What would you say is the biggest names you've been in with?
In LA, I'm gonna say probably Mikey Garcia.
How was that? And did you think he was gonna do what he did to Vargas?
So Vargas, yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna do that. I actually was thinking he was gonna stop him, but at one point it was pretty close to getting stopped. But you know what? Mikey has a sneaky right hand. Like his jab is fucking perfect. Throws, like the way he throws his 1-2. I got caught by it, but he is very, very sneaky. Like I said, I thought he was gonna stop Jesse like that.
Well, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
I was gonna just ask, do you think Mikey should stay at 147 and campaign?
In my opinion, I don't think so. I think he needs to go down. Like, don't get me wrong, he does have a little bit of a pop, but it's not like a welterweight pop. So I think maybe 140. You should go, if he can make 135, still, but slowly go down. But I don't think he should be at 147. But he's chasing greatness. You got to admire that. He's trying to go for I think his 5th division, I believe. I'm not too sure, but that's just very, very impressive.
Well, Mr. Rodriguez, man, I want to thank you for coming on the program. Listen, tomorrow night, we wish you the best of luck. We definitely want to get you on more regularly, so get that win. Do your victory lap right here on the Boxing Voice podcast, and hopefully by then you'll have an updated Fabio Rodriguez, name on Instagram there, and another win for the record, brother. I want to thank you again, and please give out your social media, what you do have right now, for anybody can find you and follow you.
Okay, well, thank you for having me on the show, first of all, and second, everybody give me a follow on Instagram, and it's F_ROD48, and give me a follow, and once again, check me out on Showtime, and after I get this dub, I'll make sure to call in and see what's up with y'all.
All right.
Thanks for calling in, big dog.
Thank you.
You definitely got to get that thing public. And
yeah, no, he made it public. He made it public already, and he's just got to put his name there. But damn, you know what, Flavio? Don't go. Wait. I wanted to ask you about your friend. Is that a French? What kind of mixed bulldog is that? Because it looks so hairy.
Which one? The one I got on my Instagram?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even sure because these are my friends that's their little I guess business where they're like breeding pups and all that. Yeah, Vendetta Kennel. So I'm not too sure. Like I'm not familiar with dogs. Feel me?
All right.
But shout out to Vendetta Kennel.
Yeah, and you see, that probably was like a little advertising, like, yo, help us out, and you really didn't help by having it private, champ. But now you got it unprivate. It's public. You helping them more now. Because you see, I found it, and I'm into dogs. I got English bulldogs, so I had that question for you, and that's how it works, man. So keep that page private. I mean, public. And if it's your girl, tell her, listen, honey, it's got to be public because we got to make this money. You know, if she wants she wants the fancy house or at least the big house, we got to keep it public. Yeah. We need those numbers up. Rodriguez, thank you once again, brother. And can't wait to get you back on. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Fabio Rodriguez, Javier Caputillo trained fighter. Second fight with Javier Caputillo is going to be fighting on Showbox Friday night. That's a special event, right? Isn't Friday? Is it show? Yeah. Showbox are usually Fridays, not Saturdays. All right, so who's next? Because I almost feel like my next guest is at 10:30. Did I? It says 10:15. Maybe he didn't. All right, so whatever. I will just have him call in.
Yeah, I was thinking about Flavio, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about a good nickname for him. And I came across, you know what I'm saying? What's that old commercial with Fabio? The guy with the white guy with the long hair?
Yeah. Yeah, that's his name, Fabio.
How do it go? Like, I can't believe it's not butter or some shit.
Oh, is that what he did? I don't remember. I remember Fabio with the blonde hair. I remember he was like this model. I remember that, but I don't remember like his big breakout commercial.
I thought it was a butter commercial. Well, I could be wrong. But if I'm not wrong, Flavio, go with Flavio. I can't believe it's not boxing or some shit like that. You feel me?
I can't believe it's not boxing.
Gotta do something.
Listen, we're going to open up these phone lines until we get this text from my good friend, new friend, Dakari. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, too. Dakari Scott, a.k.a. Mac Truck. Let me see what we got going on. We ain't open up the sponsor, so we'll do that and get to any phone calls.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. The voice you're pinning right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Looks like we're going out to Boomerang Trey in the Bay.
Bay Area.
Hey, welcome back, Mike. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. But your voice not sounding too good.
My shit breaking up.
You sound a little
You
better
good now?
now.
Yeah, just come back to me. Welcome back, Mike.
All
Thank
right,
you.
all right, all right. We going to Boomerang. Troy in Baltimore. Troy on the Desperados. We going to, looks like Steve, the Ringer in Chicago.
Yeah, hey, what's up? Good morning, guys. Welcome back, Mike. Good to see you
Morning.
back.
Good morning, Steve. Thank you.
Uh, yeah, as far as the top 8 great interviews, man, you guys always make my morning with these interviews, but great questions with Mike and that. Mike always brings a good aspect to the show. But as far as Boo Boo, we'll just call him Boo Boo. Yeah, this is probably going to be the best fight on his resume, wouldn't you think?
I was saying that, but then I forgot he fought Willie Nelson.
Oh, well, hey, what you were saying earlier, Mike, Boo Boo has himself to fault. That his deal with Rock Nation is what ruined his career. So when people talk about Boo, this and that, he's got a little bit of blame of his career on himself. He was supposed to fight Charlo. You guys never bring it up. He was supposed to fight Charlo, and Rock Nation made him pull out of it because they didn't think he was getting the right money or something. There was big drama with that back in the day. So Boo Boo, he's got a little bit of fault of his own. But we'll see what happens. This is, I think Eddie, I kind of agree with Ness. I think Eddie's been doing a good job with him considering where he came from and where he was at. But we'll see. Time will tell. But, hey, that's all I got, man. Keep up the good work.
I'll put it
All
like
right.
this though, okay? While you're absolutely right, he did have himself
These
to blame
calls are
for
brought
that.
to you by El
sorry about
Camino
that.
Electrical.
No, you're good. While I agree, he should have had his shot. You know what I mean? I also have to say that they blackballed him after that. You know what I mean? They tried to renegotiate that fight twice, and I remember covering the second time they were going to do it, and it got ugly with him, and they didn't forgive him for that, and it might be his fault, but
Yeah,
Go
let
ahead,
me interrupt to get on our next guest. And I'm hoping I'm not butchering your name, champ, but Dakari Scott, a.k.a. Mac Truck, thank you for coming on the show, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, man.
Did I not kill your name?
Nah, you got it right. The car Scott. That's
All
me.
right, all right. So, man, listen, just thank you first and foremost for coming on the show, man. Truly appreciate you taking out the time to talk a little bit of boxing with us. I know you got an upcoming fight where you're going to be turning 2-0. So, yeah, man, talk to us about this upcoming fight, where it's going to be, how could people watch it or attend it?
Oh, it's going to be in Toledo, Ohio. To be honest, I'm not even sure where it's at yet. We just got to Toledo last night. I don't know what else to say really. I know it's a big card. We got Albert Bell, Jared Anderson fighting on the card. It's a big card. I'm just not sure what else really. I don't know what you want to say.
No. It's all good. Definitely Albert Bell is on it. We just had him on the show. We know the Real Big Baby is on it as well. It's a top-ranked co-promoted card with Pulse Boxing in Toledo. You are an American heavyweight, man. Talk to us about turning pro. You were an amateur, and you just turned pro. You're 1-0. How's that transition been?
Oh, transition has been cool. See, I got a pro style. See, when I fought amateur, I fought in Olympic trials. I lost first days, and when I watched the fight, I feel like I won. I really feel like that amateur boxing, they don't judge body shots. They don't judge the hardest shot. They just know who just throwing. You know, even if it's landing, they just show who's just throwing more. And so I feel like I beat both my opponents like easy. So and my coach always tell me like you got a pro style. So it's time to turn pro. And then I turned pro the 29th. I have a pro debut with Post Boxing, and I just feel like, pro. It's not saying it's easier, but it's just I feel like me being pro is just it's just more more I could do. I could show off more. Like I did in the limit trials, I did a move where I made a miss and I looked outside the ring and like where my teammates from the gym was, he was recording. He was sitting in the judges booth and he said all the judges was like they got mad that I did it. So I was, what I'm saying, I'm thinking that played a big role in why I didn't get decisions and so it's just pro. You could more like I could be me. I could do what I could do.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Scott. How's it going, brother?
It's going good.
So, looking at the heavyweight division, man, all these guys are like 6'3", 6'5", 6'7". Do you think that being 5'10" is going to be a detriment in the heavyweight division for you?
Nah, to me, honestly, all heavyweights, you can't find another 5'10". You can't prepare for them. I'm different. They can go find other sparring partners, and that's their height. But you can't compare to me. I'm 5'10", I'm short, and I'm coming inside. I go to the body well. Most of these big guys, they just got a 1-2. They throw left, right. That's all they know how to throw. And so we got a lot footed right here. Right hand can't hit.
So how would you
and that's where I'm
your
built up.
style being 5'10"? Like how would you? Is it more like a Mike Tyson or like a Joey DeWelko kind of style?
Nah, it's more like the white Muhammad Kawi. I'll jab the bigger guys. Catch jab, sleeve jab. I'll jab all the bigger guys. I'm coming forward, good defense, good pressure, and I got a great left hook. So it's kind of like the white Muhammad Kawi and David Tool.
Mr. Scott, you are name drop, man. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, man. Listen, real quick, let me take you back because you just said that you were fighting and you caught the dude with a check hook, I think you said, and then you looked out the ring like that was like the button in Madden after you push the
Billy Joe. He did the Billy Joe.
Yeah, that's who it was. Okay,
everybody said it to Billy Joe.
So would you say that also a big thing about turning pro that you like is that you're able to showcase more of your character, more of your swag, more of yourself in general?
Yeah. I'm more like ring generalship. Like I can show that I made a miss. You know what I'm saying? Look at me, I can miss. I can be me. I ain't gotta be so, you know what I'm saying, by the rule books. And really it wasn't even like I did it on purpose. I promise you it just came natural. Like
yeah.
It just came natural. And so it was just mostly it's like I felt I was punished a lot, but I'm not, it came natural. And that's all but I could be me now in the pros. You could do a little more, and, you know what I'm saying, more of a show. Like it's not a strict. When if you knock, they got in USA boxing. They say when you knock them down, you gotta go straight to the corner. Like you can show emotion. That's really kind of what it is.
Absolutely. That's a perfect way to put it. Now, let me ask you, because there's been some talk, and this is going to kind of piggyback off of what Mike was asking you. There's been talk about getting rid of the cruiserweight division, making everything after light heavyweight, and then everything after 225 super heavyweight. Just because guys like Tyson Fury that have come along and these guys that are weighing, 240, 250, some of them have clocked in at 260, they're just super big. And what would you say to that kind of thing if they got rid of the cruiserweight division and added a super heavyweight?
I think they should leave it how it is. One heavyweight champion of the world, 200 plus, just leave it. It's heavyweight. Plus, it's 201 and plus heavyweight. If he come in 350 pounds, if he can move for 350 pounds and he can win, let him win. If somebody come in, they 205 and they beating the guys that's bigger than them, he's the heavyweight champion of the world. They don't change it up because the guys are so big. And they shouldn't change it up.
So the Kari, I want to ask, what was your amateur record like? Because I don't know if they got it wrong on BoxRec or it's right, and you just felt like the amateurs ain't for me. I'm gonna turn pro.
See, they just the U.S. the national tournaments, U.S. tournaments. They just posted on there. I got like 30 fights.
All right.
I probably lost like 6 times.
Okay, 30 fights. That's a
BoxRec.
lot more.
They got the bid.
That's a lot more than the most American. That's more amateur fights than Brian Jennings, more amateur fights than Deontay Wilder. You got a lot of amateur fights.
Yeah, I got a lot of amateur fights. That's just only the national tournament. See, last year that was my first national tournament I ever did. My first national tournament, it cost a lot of money, so I couldn't afford to go. it's all the way in Reno and Ohio. They was everywhere. So it's Olympics coming up. So I was like, well, I got a good team behind me. My coach, he really got a good follower on Instagram. So he posted that we need help. We got money to go. And my first time going to national, I placed second. And then I got the fight for that. I fought Milton. I believe I won. They saying I lost the split, but I believe I beat Milton.
Jeremy, wait. Slow down, champ. Slow down so we can paint a beautiful picture because we just had Jeremiah Milton. Are you talking about Jeremiah?
Yeah, Jeremiah Milton. We fought in Reno on the finals. They say I lost split, but I believe I won. Even at the end of the fight, Jeremiah came. He was like, "Man, Beyonce, I don't know. It could have went both ways. It was a good fight." Me and Jeremiah, we cool. Like when we see each other, it's nothing but love. But I feel like I won, and you know what I'm saying. He feel like he won. Everybody, you feel like you won for, but I really feel like I won when I show people to fight. They feel like I won, but it's just like, that's how I feel. Amateur boxing kind of like because I'm shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like I got chubby style. I'm changing my physique, but I tell you, they kind of like, nah, we're gonna give it to the guy who looked more, and the guy who, you know what I'm saying. That's how I kind of feel like it was. It didn't go off of skill and who was really doing more in the fight.
Sure. All right. So, what could you tell me about your trainer, man? I'm trying to schedule him. We almost had him for yesterday, but we actually double booked. We do that a lot around here, as you can see. I double booked you too. I apologize, but we want to get your trainer on. But what could you tell us about your trainer?
Mustafa, man, he great dude, man. He's not really a trainer. He a teacher. He studied the game. It'd be like we train all day, and at nights we go watch film and we watch old fights, new fights, and we just study the game. We probably watch the same fight probably 10 times, and we'll find something new every time we watch the fight. So we just study the game. He really studies the game. It's not he don't believe in one way is the right way. He listens to other coaches. Like we go out to other coaches, tell him, hey, so you should try this and do this, and he'll listen to him, and we'll try it and we'll see what works and see what not works. So he's a teacher. He's a student. He's steady learning. He's steady growing. He don't think he know it all. He not like real cocky where you come to him and he talk to everybody. To be honest, he everybody DM, he DMs everybody right back. So to me, I feel like he like the humbles do whatever. Like he the best, man.
When did you link up with him?
We met probably about 3 years ago, and I was training with somebody else. And back then I had another coach, and I guess he was talking bad, but I didn't know. I left the gym. I had a bad day of sparring. They was talking bad on me. And so coach was like, he told me this is what he told me. And it's other coaches that verify what he said. So other coaches were saying, like, nah, he said you was gonna be nice. So the other trainer, he left me, and so we just couldn't link. It was just something weird. Like every time we'd call, we couldn't link. So he actually, I was at this other gym. I didn't have no trainer. I was just working out, just trying to so I was sticking with it, just staying consistent. And he came in the gym, and I was like, you train me? He was like, yeah, man, I've been wanting to train you. And after then, it was like click. It was instant chemistry. First time we did the mix, we just both looked at each other, and we just was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it just built after that. Just built.
And when did you first take up the sport?
I started when I was 9, but when I was young like that, I was big. I played football too, so I was real big. So I really couldn't have no fights. When you're 9, it's like 70 weight class. I was 100 pounds when I was 9 years old, so I was always big. And when I got 15, I've always been unopposed. So I did have my first fight till I was 17 when I can go fight man elite, and that's when I had my first fight. But I started when I was 9.
So do you know your reach, because you spoke about out jabbing the taller fighter or out jabbing your opponents, period? Is that based off just work activity, or is that based off you believing you have a nice size reach?
Work activity. I'm not sure of my reach. I haven't got my reach checked in a minute, but just work activity. I stay coming forward, moving my head. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't want to give it all away because we study the game, we learned something, and it works, but it's kind of hard to explain. I work them. I just keep coming forward and I work them.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear, because if you're a shorter guy, you're gonna have to keep the pressure on the taller guy in order to get those wins. So I want to hear that you're a workman and you're a hustler in that ring, because that's what you're gonna need definitely.
Yeah.
So, who are some of the guys you look up to?
Some of the guys I look up to.
Yes.
Um,
Boxing wise.
I mean, I like boxing wise. I wouldn't say look up to him because I know him. I don't know him personally, but I met him a couple times and everything. But Tank Davis, he real cool dude. He came to our gym train all the time. Like him and they used to come up there. My coach really, I really look up to him. Really, my coach really is just everything he say. I listen to him. I don't, he can say, "Hey, you gotta go run off the bridge." I'm gonna look at him like he crazy, but I'm gonna still do it. I just listen to him, and everything he's saying, it come true. So really, I can't say look up to like no other fighters, nothing but coach and probably Javante. Like he cool dude. And that's it.
So you're based out of Georgia, right? That's another reason why I wanted to get you guys on because the Georgia boxing scene wasn't really, I don't know, existent in so long, but now it's kind of having a pulse, to say the word, But yeah, you're out of Georgia, right?
Yeah, I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. And is it difficult to get you named heavyweight sparring out there, or you guys travel? How's sparring looking for you?
Yeah, we travel. We travel. Well, our coach, we ain't been travel. We like usually they come in. Like we got a lot that come in. Like some will come in every once in a while 'cause they want to meet coach and we'll spar. But mostly we travel. We go to Baltimore, DC area, and then one reason we ain't been traveling like much lately. We just got coach just opened up his gym, so we've been getting the gym up and running. But now the gym's up and running, we about to be on the road almost every weekend, traveling.
Who have you sparred in the DC area?
Spar really. I know we fought. They were not amateur. That was how we traveled when we was fought. I fought Malik Titus. Who else? Brandon Moore. Najee Lopez. Actually, that kind of our sparring partners that we kind of use on the regular. And that's really, that's kind of how it is right now.
So was it just training that you did with James the Beast Wilson, or did y'all, because y'all the same height, man, and y'all got he got that Tyson style.
Oh no, we just did training. We didn't do no sparring. We just did training. He a good dude too. They just training. He come down there. He dib and dab. He come down there. We just mostly run together, work together. He just, that's really just about it. But no sparring. We ain't did no sparring yet.
Okay. So, did you take any, I don't know, motivation, confidence? Was it like, when Andy beat AJ, him being a heavyweight, a shorter heavyweight, someone people counted out? Did you take any pride in that? Any motivation in that?
Oh yeah. Honestly, I'm not even lying. We called it out. I said I think Andy gonna beat him. I think AJ overlooking him, and everybody was like, nah. Another coach at the gym, Coach Slaughter, we go back and forth about boxing all the time. And I'm telling him, I think I like AJ. Like AJ really good dude. I like AJ, but I was like, man, I don't know. I think Andy gonna get him. I think he's sleeping on Andy. Andy had just fought in April. I can't remember who he fought, but he fought a big Russian. So he was already like still in camp mode. Yurchenko. I think he already still good. Like ain't like he just sat. He been sitting. He been really training. So, and when they announced the fight, I used to DM Andy all the time. We used to go back and forth on DM all the time. And then when he won, he exploded. And I was like, I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Now, did you predict the same way in the rematch, or did you know AJ was gonna do what he did?
All right. So it was a picture that popped out that had Andy looking like he dropped weight.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, Andy come. Yeah, I'm like, oh, Andy about to be in shape. I'm like, he coming in. And so then when he stepped on the scale, I was like, oh man, he gained too much weight. And Anthony Joshua lost all his weight. So I kind of knew that he was gonna run. It was gonna, jab, stick and move, outbox him. So I kind of, I already knew that was gonna happen. Like it was gonna be a stick and move contest. You're gonna have to catch me. And then when he put on too much weight, it kind of showed. Like when he became champion, he been chilling. So
I gotta ask,
I believe he come back though, but
What do you think of the Wilder Fury fight and how it ended for Wilder?
Shocked. I was shocked. I was shocked. I was shocked. I wasn't expecting to be like. I didn't expect them to get knocked out. I thought Tyson Fury was gonna do stick and move, herky jerky. I thought he was gonna do that, but when he said he was coming forward and was gonna knock him out, everybody like, I don't believe that. You're not gonna come forward. Tyson Fury don't really like knock everybody out, so I didn't believe that. But then when we saw the fight, I was like, oh shoot, he coming forward, landing punches, and Wilder he caught Wilder hit him with 2 right hands in the first round. It kind of was like unfazed him. And I think like after he knocked him down in the 12th round of the last fight, it kind of took his fear away about the right hand. So it was kind of like just throw the right hand and he got hit. He did it didn't phase him, and I think that's kind of the impact played in the Wilder position. Like you got just the right hand. You got to get more in the toolbox than just the right hand. That's all.
So Mac Truck, it is right.
Yeah.
Yo, I know you balling with followers right now, but I still got to give everybody I give the same advice to. I know Mac Truck is the nickname, but we got to put Dakari Scott, Mac Truck on there so people can find you. Like, and make sure your page is public, which I believe it is, so you're doing good with that. Yeah. Who's your, like, who's I don't know, your management, your promoter, who are you working with?
Right now I'm independent.
Okay.
My coach, he makes smart decisions. He talked to my coach. My coach really kind of like he talked to a lot about. I tell him when I say he listen to everybody. He plugged in. So it really everybody they call, they give him advice. He listens. He talks to them, and you know what I'm saying. He working. You know he listening. So he just whatever call with advice, we listen, and we work from there right there.
That's what's up, man. Well, shout out to your coach, man. I'm gonna definitely stay on him. Me and him have been communicating. I'm trying to reschedule him because I wanna get his story as well. You know, I seen that you was on that Post Top Rank card. I wanted to get you on. I seen your story. I was more interested. Yo, you need to holler at BoxRec because I was more like, wow, this dude got 5 amateur fights. He's lost 3 and he's going pro. I gotta get his story. But obviously you told me no, those are just some of the, you know, the tournaments that they got listed on BoxRec. So, you know, I'm very happy to have you on, man. We want to continue to follow your career and get you back on after this Saturday, or is it Friday? You fight Saturday, right?
I fight Friday.
Friday, okay. So, yeah, after Friday, man, we definitely want to get you back on, man. We want to wish you the best and success and obviously becoming 2-0. If my co-hosts have anything else before we... All right,
man, just good luck. Good luck.
Yes,
best of luck to you, and hopefully everything comes out well this weekend.
And keep that swag up, man. That's only going to help you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We definitely... you definitely have a story, bro, and I think that you're doing a good job already, bro. You can get a lot of people behind you, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, and we'll get you back on soon. If you want to give out your social media, please do, so anyone that isn't following you can follow you.
Yeah, my Instagram is __ MACTRUCK _ 2 underscores and Max spelled MAC.
All right, brother. Well, Dakari Scott, American heavyweight.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on the show, brother. Can't wait to get you back on. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Up and coming heavyweight out of Atlanta, Georgia. You know, definitely wanted to get him on since Gervonta Davis was down there and had that not heavyweight scene, but the boxing scene. We've seen how hungry they are for boxing down there. So I'm still going to try and schedule his trainer since his trainer's kind of playing the manager role and see would they be open to doing some local shows, man, to build him up. You know, no sense in rushing. But, you know, by going through his Instagram, he's a little bit taller than James the Beast Wilson, which is a good thing. You know, Lou DiBella has a heavyweight this size. Dominican heavyweight George Aries, obviously he's further along in his career. I think he's something like 8-0. You know, even James the Beast Wilson is further along in his career. I think James got dropped from Golden Boy too. I haven't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, man, that's
I
crazy.
didn't hear that.
That's crazy how they drop fighters, bro.
Well, they've been doing that, right?
I know,
Recently.
but in this day and age, really, like fighters are more valuable than ever now because of the way TV is, and you just need them. And I don't know. That's a little strange
Honestly,
to me.
I don't even think James is that. And this is just my personal opinion. Is that interested in boxing? And he got like I think close to 1 million IG followers and shit like that. So he might be getting.
Yeah, he's definitely like a motivational, poster influencer on Instagram with him and his family. The way that he trains his kids. But again, there's a market for his style. And, like I said, you put Dakari in with
Impact
James.
Network?
Huh?
Impact Network?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Because listen, right now, Alonzo Butler, a.k.a. Big Zoe, has another April 11th date on Impact Network. He's fighting like Michael Marrone or something like that. You know what I mean? Like James would look way better on television. And even Dakari, in the future can be there. See, this is the problem right here. This top rank card right here should be an Impact card. This is a card Impact should pick up. You got the real big baby on it. We got to learn his name. His name is Anderson. Is it Anderson? Jared Anderson is definitely
Jared Anderson. Yep.
Jared Anderson. Then you got Albert Bell. Now you got Dakari Scott, bro. And that's because we did a little bit of research, And look, Dakari got like 16,000 followers. He's pushing 17 already on Instagram. Albert Bell was at like 20. These are popular people. Ohio really supports. Look at Robert Easter. He used to sell out Toledo, Ohio. He sold out the Richard Comey fight. You know what I mean? So there's a market, and this is the I don't know. ESPN should have at least put it on the plus.
They used to have Easter in Toledo like it was the fucking boardwalk in the AC. Everybody was out there, and they really
support.
And
you know
I'm
what
just
it is,
wondering,
Mike?
like where they went to, like why like Showbox and things like don't go and attack that area more
because they getting that site fee money.
No, you know what it is too. The one thing I learned that I didn't know until I started doing this show is how invested Ohio boxing fans are in their amateur program.
Yes.
You don't really see that a lot in America. You don't. I remember when I was younger, that used to be a big thing in Corpus Christi. The amateur program was so, like, people watched it. You didn't have to have a nephew fighting or a cousin. I mean, we would go to every Golden Glove. I went to every Golden Glove, since the time I can remember for like 8, 10, maybe even 12 years straight as a kid. My dad, my uncles would take me and my cousins and my brother, and we knew who was fighting. They weren't relatives, but we knew who was fighting. That's dead now in Corpus, big time. It's not like that anymore. But Ohio's like that, man. They follow those fighters for real. They know their amateur programs. They know who they got. It don't have to be a cousin or a best friend or a brother. They just follow it because of the love of boxing, the love of Ohio.
Yeah, man. But that's why, because they really do breed. Fighters. I don't want to say stars. Yeah, fighter's the better word. And soon enough they will breed stars because again, fighters are getting so much television time right now. Like again, Raymond Savage Ford, who we'll be having on the show this week or next week. I think tomorrow actually. I don't know. I got to check the calendar. But
let's be real though, Ness. I mean, you say breed stars, like let's be real. Like even though Adrian Broner be losing, he might be the biggest African American star in the sport of boxing.
Listen. Yeah, but but that's a star. You can't really say stars. I mean, maybe push them. Sean Porter. He's from Akron, Ohio. Then you got Robert Easter, who was lukewarm. But there's a dude before him who was like an amateur, like he's a legend out there. He got killed. I think it's like Aaron is the last name. If Marcus is on, he'll let us know for sure. But let's get out to these calls. We've already went to the sponsors, right? Yes? No? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So let's get out to Marlon So Icy Sims, actually at the very same casino that Fabio Rodriguez is fighting. Marlon, what's good, champ?
What's good? What's good? How y'all feeling?
We're good, man. You fight tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's the fight night, and
Did you
so
weigh
today
in
we got
already?
weigh-ins. No, we haven't had weigh-ins yet.
Oh man, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm about to go ahead and get my hair cut real quick and relax for the rest of the day, and then head up there and make weight, and then go ahead and do what I do.
So you ain't chewing gum like Daniel Jacobs right now?
No, I don't have to go. No, I don't have to.
Yo, I'm man. You might have to start struggling, champ, to get to even lower weight. You know what I mean? Pick up a
man,
couple straps on the way up.
From the jump, man, my trainer used to tell me, man, go ahead and he used to tell me, Marlon, you can fight at 122. I used to tell him, bro, you tripping. Don't talk to me that way. And because I'm able to make 126 without getting into the sauna, like with still being able to eat, I believe that I truly could probably make 122 now.
This the second time you said sauna. You better stay away from that sauna, champ. You see what happened?
That's what I'm saying.
Russell?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm making it without getting in the sauna.
So listen, yeah, man, you might should definitely think about dropping, because you got to think about it like this. You still work a full-time job. Imagine this was your full-time job. You'd really be able to get to like 118, 122, you know? If all you had to do was just train, believe me, I'm telling you, but you know, it all starts with tomorrow's win. You got to make that you got to make that thing look good, because you know, you a big boy. How tall are you? 5'10", right?
Yeah, 5'10".
You better be careful. Albert Bell 6 feet in your division, champ. You fight at 126 or 130? You fight at 126 or 130?
126.
Oh no, you ain't in there. You good. Yeah, it was Ty Hickman. There you go. Ohio knows everything about Ohio. Man, so you feeling good? That's what's up. What have they told you in terms of allowing people to buy tickets still? Everything is good with that? Because Rodriguez,
yeah, what you mean so far?
Because Rodriguez told us he got word that there's a possibility you guys gonna be fighting in an empty arena because of the corona.
Oh, I haven't heard that. I ain't even peep word on that. I just been focusing on making sure I'm everything good on my part. I was hearing about I've been hearing just a bunch of different stuff, but just different events and different casinos and different stuff. So I'm gonna hit my manager up and just see what the word is on that.
Champ, man, get yourself some hand sanitizer and some motherfucking Clorox wipes.
All I'm doing is just bumping elbows. We ain't doing no skin contact.
Yo, matter of fact, put some latex gloves on, man. Have one of the people in your camp, man, run and get you some latex gloves, man. Keep, let's be real.
I got a bunch of them. To be honest,
yeah,
it's that it is for real.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Listen, man. So, what else? Anything you want to tell us? I mean, you said every day this week we've talked to you, and it's just shocking how you actually giving me reason to hate on other fighters, because sometimes fighters like, yo, it's fight week, you know what I mean? They don't want to do an interview, and you just been chilling this whole week. I wish all fighters was like you.
Yeah, man. That's due to the fact where I say I feel like I'm cutting smart. It's not that I'm relying on dropping so many pounds in the sauna throughout the whole time. Like I want to get away from doing that. And I feel like I'm able to accomplish that. So that's why I feel so good. I feel normal. Like I said, I'm still able to eat. I was able to eat, eat a little bit. So I eat my eggs and my toast and stuff. So I feel good. So.
Oh, you showing off. You had breakfast this morning?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Not this morning. It was yesterday morning,
and
then I ate after my session. But usually, I won't get that bowl just yet.
Nah, don't, man. Stay disciplined, man. Stay disciplined.
I gotta make sure that I do what I gotta do. But no, for the most part, I'm not. I'm not sitting there starving myself. I'm not, depleted of or water and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, I feel good and Yeah, so I guess the live, they will do a live stream of the weigh-ins on their YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's YouTube? Be specific.
Showtime. Yeah, the Showtime YouTube. But at the same time, I'm gonna do a live stream on my Facebook, and if y'all could go over there and follow me on Marlon So Icy Sims on my Facebook. I'm probably do it on my Instagram as well, but I want to bring the traction to my Facebook so I can use them numbers when it comes time for me to make something happen, I can show people that I got to follow and I got to support. So y'all could definitely hit me up on Instagram and on Facebook at Marlon So Icy Sims.
Definitely, champ. So let me see. We had 2 fighters on today. Actually 3, but 2 of them we had to look, open up that Instagram, man. Is yours private or what?
Nah, man. After you've been told me that, I changed it that day on the phone with you.
Okay.
So it's been open. I consistently put up good.
What's the handle? How do we find you?
Marlon, Marlin, So Icy, SOICEY.
Marlon, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, cool. Good, man. Well, good luck, brother. I mean, we wish you the best. We done had you on every day. You know what I mean? Just like Ness said. And yeah, man, you seem so relaxed, so cool, so confident. Yeah, man, I can't wait to see you.
Definitely.
It's just a passion.
Get some of that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, it's just a passion, man. I'm still a fan of the sport while I'm doing it, so I'm loving it, and that's the main thing.
And let everybody know how they can go out and get some of that Marlon So Icy gear, man. I seen you on IG.
Yeah, I told them about that the other day.
Yeah, man, definitely. So I already know we got the next fight set up. So I'm taking pre-orders now, just for anybody who want them. You can hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook. You can hit me up any way that you can on all social medias. All of them at Marlon So Icy Sims, and you can let me know what size you want. I got a post up on all my social media of the different colors and the different styles that you can get. So you can get a white shirt with black writing, or you get a black shirt with gold writing. So it's a lot of different options that you have, and you just let me know the size, the color, and both colors that you want, and I can make that happen. I can make that happen for you. So you just got to hit me up, put the order in, and I can get back to you.
For sure. So Marlon, man, you at 530 followers. We got to get that up. I say you do a giveaway here. Maybe give somebody a shirt. I don't know. Maybe you want a question answer, but we got to get those followers up for my man Marlon So Icy Sims. Listen, Marlon, I'm going to get to some other callers, but do appreciate you always calling in. I'm screen sharing the Instagram right now, showing people how to find it, spelling and all. So don't forget to follow our friend right here, Marlon So Icy Sims. We're going out to J-Mac on the boomerang. Oh, let me stop screen sharing before I make another mistake. J-Mac on a boomerang in New Orleans. Good morning.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all.
I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from terrorists.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him. You want to bet? You bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yeah, what up? Welcome back, Mike.
What up,
Mike? Welcome back, man. Yeah, you that balance, man. Brandon got on here, gave him one of the sentimental calls. Speaking on that Bud fight, and we need that balance on here because you got Mario who hate on all greatness, and you got Ness who be on the weirdness, hating on the greatness sometimes, and stuff like that. So you definitely that balance that was missed.
Appreciate it, homie.
Nah, man. I ain't here too much. I just got back on. I had to take care of some stuff this morning. What's this show topic about?
Your boy, Andre.
Oh yeah, Andre.
He got to fight. He got to fight.
Well, it's not set
Hey,
yet.
shit. All you can do is fight and fools in front of him. Unless you didn't already had the dude on here say that's with the zone or over there saying that he his personal opinion. These dudes scared to fight him. He keep calling for these fights, but nobody won't fight him. I mean, fuck. What else can he do?
Nah, listen. My title say Boo Boo in a real fight. He in a real fight.
So you respect his opponent?
I do. Because, listen, if I don't, I would be a hypocrite, right? Like, I didn't pick, I'm not sure if I picked Alontes Fox to beat Williams, but I was riding with Fox. He's an American. I've known him all my journalistic life. I watched his career of him and his brother develop. So, yeah, I was rooting for Fox, and he did a number on. He didn't just beat Fox. He beat Fox. So, I think he's a decent guy. See, there's gonna be a disconnect amongst boxing fans because Fox is his biggest win, but then his biggest loss is 2 losses to Liam Smith, who got knocked out by Canelo and beat by Jaime. So, people will look at it differently. But, I mean, Andre's been fighting who exactly? At least this guy has a storyline.
Hey, but look, let me just say this. I'm glad, because, Canelo with his beef diet and the WBC changing, how much he could have.
Canelo's fighting Billy Joe. Someone Andre ain't fighting.
Well, no, Andre tried to fight him, but he was on his nose spray. Like, let's just be factual. Andre tried to fight Billy Joe, but he did the nose spray incident, and he couldn't make the fight. So since Canelo is allowed to cheat with his beef, why not make the fight next?
I lost you. What? You said...
I said, since Canelo is allowed, he got all the beef he can eat, with all the computer on in it. Just fight your boy next. He already gonna be loaded.
Which boy?
Andrade. He got the meat in the system.
Nah.
Why he can't fight him with the meat in the system?
Because he about to fight nose spray like you
said.
No,
I said, yeah, afterwards though.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying afterwards.
Since they allow him to cheat so much, he ain't got no reason why he can't fight these certain style fighters no more.
Afterwards, hopefully after, whatever takes place, your man's done something. You do know that was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds there, so you definitely had boomerang and a bang. But, look, Canelo's one man and can only fight one guy at a time. Billy Joe is a 2-division world champion. He holds a bigger win than Andre does. He has the Lemieux win. He's got the Eubank win. He got the cachet of been hanging with Tyson Fury. He got the cachet that he's been had 2 coupe Bentleys. He's been doing this. You know what I mean? He's been doing it. His Instagram been popping. He's been funny. He didn't need help. We just spoke about, didn't we check Andre's, he was 100,000? Let's check Billy Joe. How much, am I bragging about Billy Joe for no reason? Let's see. In the meantime, I'll go out to another boomerang caller.
Motherfucker murder, mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up in grown folks' conversation.
Whoa, Stainless, good morning.
Yo, what up, though?
How are you?
Man, I woke up this morning, man. That's a real good start.
Amen to that.
Yo, happy Thursday to y'all cats. Manchester Mario. Mike.
Morning.
What up?
Man, hey, good to hear from both of y'all, man. We've been waiting to have all 3 of y'all on this bitch for about a week now. Now, Mike, we talked about this before. If you gonna try to run, nigga, I'm gonna have to chase you, so don't do that shit no more, bruh. Welcome back, man. I'm happy to see you back in good health, man. I hope everything going well, you know what I'm saying? You was released with with optimistic views and everything, and as tip top as you can be, yeah.
Absolutely.
Nah, that's the upside to having a boomerang. I'll boomerang back in with my car, man. But before I get off, TBV on Rogan, on Sway, on fucking Breakfast Club. It's another one out there I'm forgetting, man. What's the other one I'm forgetting?
Ellen, man. Put it on Ellen. Oprah, man.
On Ellen, on Oprah.
Hey, yo, Oprah make dreams happen. You know what I mean? You get a studio. You get a studio.
For 2020, I'll boomerang back in them.
Stainless is just a good dude. You could just tell that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just
Stainless.
a good dude.
Look, when we get the contract, Stainless has to become our publicist and shit. You know, officially hire him as the publicist.
That man is something else.
He'll definitely get his book by then if he could focus 8 hours a day on it. Let's go to Stonebone Boxing, Colorado. What up?
What up? Yeah, man, great show, great interviews. I don't know, Demetrius, man, he just keep fighting, man. Just keep fighting. That's where I'm at with all of the guys who ain't getting the fights they want. Just keep fighting. Fuck it. It'll become everybody will see it, what's going on, where these guys ain't fighting you. And it is true he could have fought Saunders, but the nasal spray, that's a fact. So that ain't even an argument point. So that's just a factual basis. And yeah, man, good interview with even Marlon, man. We'll be talking to him on
But
after.
ain't that the story of his life? He could have fought Jamel, but he chose to sign with
I blame him for that, though.
But there's always something, though. That's the
Again.
thing. Like, he got to jump on it because he's 32. I think this is
Need
what
to
we
clean
said.
that up. You need to clean that up, man. And Albert, that's a solid dude, man. He's a real Midwest dude. And I hope I'm gonna say this real quick. I hope I don't get him in trouble or nothing. But we was in a major city for a fight. He wasn't fighting, and it was like a fighter. All the fighters and everybody was at this party. So and we was there like all night. So I'm looking at my clock.
You don't know what he got going on, Stonebone. You don't know what he got going on, Stonebone.
No. It wasn't nothing illegal. He wasn't. But no, I'm looking at my clock. I didn't know he was a Muslim. So I'm looking at my clock, watching my clock, and then I dip out, and I'm like, damn, somebody behind me. And we were standing basically right across from each other, and we went in at the same time it came out. I was like, damn, man, you went in for prayer? He was like, yes, sir. I was like, oh, okay. And that's how I met him. That's how I found out he was a Muslim too. So he should be doing good. Stay disciplined. You're going to win. And Salah, you get this victory. I'll let y'all later.
Man, you know he disciplined if he had a party making salat. So you know he's disciplined right there. That's crazy. We got Caesar, Las Vegas.
Yo.
What up?
How's the background noise?
Same as
Sorry, guys, I'm at
always, champ.
Yo, first of all, breath of fresh air to have Mike back on the show. What's up, Mike?
What's good, Young C's?
But what's good? Hey, man, happy to hear from you, man. Glad to see you back in good health, man. So hope to keep you on the show. But yeah, Demetrius Andrade, man, I always like watching his fights. A real technical guy. I feel like his awkward style to me makes it real interesting. Kind of see what way he goes about doing what he does. Because at first I thought, man, this dude's sloppy as hell, man. But man, you watching him more often, it's like, okay, there's a method to the madness. So as long as it works for him, it's all good. But I'm glad to see that he's stepping up in competition. It's not the fight that we all want to see, but it is better than what it has been. So I'll give him that. But other than that, man, a great show, great interviews. Everybody gotta hit that fucking thumbs up, man. Get on Patreon, man. Get you some Border Wars, man. But yo, man, have a great day. TBV for life, man.
Caesar, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Seattle, Washington.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Started banging on the table.
It's probably gonna be like most every morning.
Yeah. This is your fucking TB2.
All right. Mr. PBC, what up?
Yeah, what's good, TBV? What's up, Ness? What's up, Mike? Oh, did I say Mike? Mario. Welcome back again, Mike.
What up?
Demetrius Andrade. This is cool to see him do something a little better. I would love to see him versus Daniel Jacobs or some other people. Billy Joe, but Billy Joe's fighting Canelo, maybe. I don't know. That's pretty much it. I mean, the show's getting big and big. You guys have hella interviews. I've been on for a minute just listening. Just making my day at work way, way good. Just hearing some positive energy is always good for my day. And that's TBV for life. And, Mike, come on, man. Let's do it. TBV for life. That's my call.
All right, Dom, thanks for calling in. Let's see what we got. Oh, shit. I never saved. That's such bullshit. Let me see something here. Damn, that's so fucking ass. I never seen Ranger's number, man. Ranger Raw Boxing TV. He's numberless now. Fucking hell. Fucking spreadsheet, bro. Let's see. Looking like New Jersey. Cliff in Jersey, what up?
Yo, what's going on? I was just seeing. I was just saying how this ringer shit works. That's all.
How what?
Seeing how fast. I was just seeing how fast this ringer. Cause I just signed up for the ringer.
Oh man, well that ain't a ringer then, brother, because I didn't know that was you. You needed to send me a message so I could get your number. But let me change it now. Hold on. Damn, you got hella background noise though. Cliff in Jersey, ringer status. I did see the new ringer notification, but we didn't know it was you till now. But damn, you can't do nothing about that background noise?
Yeah, I'm in the truck. I'm in the truck.
Well, you need like iPhone headphones, and you'll be dope right now with some iPhone headphones.
Yeah.
Yo, so what you drive?
You're not allowed to.
You drive the 18-wheeler? What you driving?
I'm driving a front end truck.
A front end
truck.
truck.
Driving a front end truck, but shit, I can't say it with who though.
Nah, it's all good.
I mean, I don't want to be in trouble or anything.
Nah, don't get in trouble, champ. Don't get in trouble. We appreciate you upgrading to a ringer. We got you down as a ringer, so that won't happen again. Cliff in Jersey.
Hey, so how do you get a So how do I get a to the intro?
So you want an intro?
Yeah, I mean, how do I go about the intro? In fact, I don't understand any of it. I mean, I don't understand the Patreon part too well. Like, and I want an intro and all that.
All right, well, the intros, Dollar DiBiase does it. Also, you know, Keem has started to help some people, Keem from Florida. So Dollar DiBiase can be found on Instagram at Dollar DiBiase. I'll let him tell it a little better because I don't know the actual spelling, but he does.
What it do, TBV family? This your boy Dollar. If you want a beat like you heard on the show, hit me up on Instagram at Dollar DiBiase. That's DOLLA_DIBIASE. Let's get it.
So now anybody can just press rewind and you'll get the proper spelling. And as far as Patreon, if and when you have time, download the Patreon app. It's absolutely free. If you have a smartphone, you should be good. You download that, and you know, that should give you access to all the other stuff that we do. All the Border Wars is there. At the level that you're on, you get to see everything there. You know what I mean? So definitely go ahead and download that free app, or go to your smartphone and or laptop at patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. Now on there we do other shows like Untitled, which is another podcast that you could be using right now on your way to work or whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of extras. So start with downloading the app. And also, you don't got to follow me on Instagram, but hit me up on Instagram where I can walk you through anything Patreon and make sure you got it right. But I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm going to go ahead and put you on mute because I heard you get off of your earpiece or whatever that was and you had better audio quality. But we don't want to we don't want you getting any tickets out there. We do appreciate you as a listener and even a Patreon for sure. We're going to go out to looking like Lids Low jumping in with Decatur, Georgia, man. I hope you got to listen to your heavyweight from Georgia.
Yeah, bruh. I did catch him, man. I'm gonna lock in on him, and I'm gonna try to link up with him. Oh, speaking of which, hey, man, I got this cat I work with. He got a brother that's a boxer, 8-0. I'm gonna try to get him to you. So make sure you check that Instagram.
For sure.
100. What's up, Mario? Mike, what's happening, player?
What up, homie? How you been living?
Hey, everything kosher, man. You done made it out the hospital. The coronavirus ain't got to me. Everything great. So, check. Did you get did he get the $5 increase, or he just came back?
He did not. We're still waiting, man. But he said he wanted to come back. He believes in the people, and so do I. So we'll see.
100, Mike. That's just to let people know you ain't all about no money, Mike. That's some G shit, dog. I just want to say, oh yeah, real quick, this your series. I ain't get a chance to listen to that show. How can I catch that?
To what?
You had you went on that other show I think last week on series.
Man, they have it on their link. I mean, you gotta catch it off their Twitter or just go straight to Fight Nation. They gave me the audio, but I'm waiting to receive the video, and I'll put it out. Just haven't gotten that video. Do me been having the camera on hostage.
Cool, man. I know I probably don't took up my time. So real quick with the Boo Boo and Liam Smith, that's a great ass fight, man. I'm just gonna watch that. I fuck with Andrade, but that goddamn Liam, he good and technical. So I don't know. I'm gonna do some more research on this. You know how I do, and I see what's shaking. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Cliff from New Jersey who became a ringer, man. That's what I'm talking about, dog. I don't know if some of my speech or some of the other guys' speech get to y'all, man, but that's good shit, bro. That's all we want. Just fuck with the TVV so we can keep these guys on. We can keep getting that good shit and we can rock out, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm out there. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Bowdy. Peace out.
Yes, sir, man. Signing up to Patreon, man, definitely will ensure that we keep both of these guys around and continue to bring you boxing talk 7 days a week. Today is a double day. We had already had 3 interviews today. We got another 3 interviews scheduled for the evening show, plus previews and predictions with all this weekend's fights, which there's a lot, obviously, on and off TV. But I guess we're all picking Bell and Dakari Scott to win. We're going to, this looks like Cincinnati. Let me see here. Is this a new Cincinnati? Yes, it is. Interesting. Let's see. Cincinnati, who's this?
Yo, what's good, TBV? This Sony Woods calling out of 513.
Sony Woods. What up, brother?
Yo, what up, G's? Yo, just wanted to say I've been listening to you guys for a little under a year. From what I understand, you only got a couple minutes to make these quick, so my first one to be popping off. I need a favor. One time you guys had a new caller, you guys had this intro music as like an introductory of a boxer coming to the ring. Can I get that?
You could get it. I'm glad you asked for it, and I'm going to explain to you why we stepped away from it, because sometimes there's a delay, so we're like, all right, man, we're going to play this first time caller intro, and you let the word, and then people, they didn't get it, or they will walk over it, and, but you get it, so here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Hey, just wanted to say shout out to Mike, shout out to your man in Corpus Christi, and shout out to you, Ness. And I'll make this real quick. My boxing knowledge is off the chain, so I'm about to come through and flatten everybody out there. And I had to sign up for Patreon. My reasons, I'm gonna keep it to myself, but I'm just glad to see all 3 of you guys there. I'm about to make this shit pop off, and I heard one of your guys a couple days ago talking about you guys might do some like Friday thing in the future. I just got a suggestion. You should call that segment TBV Friday Sparring. So it should be something like sparring matches,
Yes.
That's just to pop out. But this is my first call. More to come. Shout out to all you guys. One love.
Thank you, brother. We definitely got you down. Let me double check that. Yeah, where are we? Yep, Sony.
Yeah, that would be dope, doing a show and covering the sparring, or like just
I think he's talking about I think he's talking. No, we could do that, especially if we got sparring footage. But you know how difficult that is. But I think he's talking about the segment where it was Rodden A 70 or someone in the group of masterminds that's coming up with marketing ideas to help the show grow, said do Freestyle Fridays.
Oh, that's right. That's
So
right.
I think he's saying keep it boxing related and make it Friday sparring, which makes sense because two rappers will be verbally sparring. So yeah, it all makes sense. So now we got Friday sparring and we got Counterpunch.
I like that
Counterpunch is
Counterpunch.
J Mac's idea. Another way to make sure that Mike and Mario stick around here 7 days a week, and that's not boomerang, but it is a boomerang because it's a counterpunch. So if Mike, Ness, Mario, someone, J Mac himself said something to piss someone off, then all of a sudden you can do a counterpunch super chat, which I believe they said $3 or $5, which gets you to have another call back on so that you can rebut to whatever person pissed you off, kind of. Now, they wanted a minute, which just defeats the purpose of being a boomerang. So I believe 30 seconds or to 25 is fair. You just got to get your thoughts in order. Is that when you get your thoughts in order, you actually realize how long a minute is. But back to the callers. Any final thoughts from any of you guys before I get to any other callers? No? All right. So we're going out to what looks like alumni caller.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo,
Joe.
am I clear?
You're clear.
Am I clear?
You're clear.
What up? What up, my boxing brothers? What up? What up, Mario? What up, Ness?
What up?
We got Mike, the boss, Gross back in the building, the all-star crew. What up? Shout out to the boxing guys. What up, Mike? Talk to me, baby.
What up? What up? What up, Info?
Hey, man, good to hear your voice, man. Good to hear your voice, man. No homo. Miss you, my brother. Miss you, my brother. You are you one of the all-stars on here, man. Miss your thoughts, man. Miss your you hear you on here talking, man. I want to say shout out to Marlon, man. So icy, man. Good luck to you, brother. I hope you listening, man. Put it down for your crown, and hopefully we can see it on the undercard, man. If not, post up the fight and come back and do a post fight and tell us how you kicked homeboy's ass. And I like the fight with Andrade and Liam. It's a cool fight. Like my man said earlier, it ain't the fight that we wanted, but I will accept this fight. That's all I got. Everybody have a blessed, no stress day. Shout out to the boxing guys. Peace, family.
All right, Joe. Thanks for calling in. We got J Mac on the boomerang. Oh, actually, we gave him 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We got Stainless on the boomerang. What up?
Sorry, I was in a YouTube chat. All right, Ness. So, as a man of my word yesterday, you know what I'm saying, I said I was gonna up my Patreon to $5. You know what I'm saying, and you could just give somebody the $5 tier. Maybe it's just the weed talking. Maybe I just like TBV and fuck with, you know what I'm saying, people like you and Mike, even Mario, even though, you know what I'm saying, I didn't see you at the Border Wars 5 in Dallas, you know what I'm saying, but I got to get over that shit. I love this show. You know what I'm saying? I support this show. I know about LDBC, but I only know about them from secondhand conversation because all I watch is TBV. So I went ahead and made two $5 pledges. So I upped my pledge from $40 to $50. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, people like Steve in the UK, AD, Big Nick, PSK, especially PSK, if they don't have a Patreon, pick one of them two people and give that shit to them for me. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be every month. So you got two more $5 tiers. Then to PSK, I want to say happy belated birthday over there in the UK, man. If you're awake, we know you was getting fucked up last night on that Jameson. But it's all love in TBV, so we're going to keep this shit going. If y'all scared, I ain't scared, so I'll show y'all shit I'll show y'all how that shit's supposed to be done. As always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up, share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because this is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Stainless, always a true G. Listen, remember we were talking about Billy Joe Saunders and his Instagram. He's got 393,000.
Wow.
Balling.
That's pretty impressive.
Yep.
I mean, UK boxing like the second and third sport, right? More popular,
man.
more mainstream. Billy Joe Saunders.
I don't know. Let's see. Isaac Lowe only got 29.
Come
so
on, bro. He got 29,000.
He sure
Isaac
do.
Lowe.
Yeah, he sure
That's
do.
good.
Yo,
who
but
the hell knows Isaac Lowe?
I mean, what you mean? Everybody that knows Fury and Billy Joe, that's
Bro,
their
get
boy.
outta
He
here,
managed
man.
by Fury. He fights
I
on
would
Fury
say everybody.
undercards.
I don't say, man. Maybe
He got a
10% of
sprinkling.
Who knows
Yeah,
Billy Joe.
about 10%.
Bruh, he
I
got a
agree.
sprinkling. Look. Fury got
I go as high as
3.6.
What about Kid Galahad?
Holy
You wanna bring up
shit,
homeboys,
bruh. Did
Kid
Fury?
Galahad is a bigger homeboy of Fury and Billy Joe than Isaac Lowe is.
Bruh, did Fury gain 1.6 million?
How many you got now?
3.6.
I mean, yeah, he went up. He went up.
Holy shit.
Wilder went up too, though. Wilder went up
Yeah,
too.
Wilder went up.
Whoa. That's like up, though. He's almost at 4. What's Canelo at?
I'm telling y'all, that fight did so much more for boxing than we understand. We can't understand right now how much that fight did for
Canelo at
boxing.
6.6. That was a jump for Fury. And the big man is AJ. He's the one with the most. He got 11.
He modeling and shit.
He got
He got like
11.
7 million.
I mean, nobody tops Floyd, and that's why I get mad at Floyd. Floyd got fucking 23. 23 milli, bruh. You could
That's
live
stupid.
stream a fight on his IG and get paid, man. Come on. Let's see. We went out to looks just like we went. Everyone except Trey and the Bay on the boomerang. No, just listening, Trey. Oh, actually, didn't she say give it to somebody? Fuck.
Yeah, she did.
Let's just give it to JT. She usually. Oh, we never went to JT. Hold on, JT. Let's probably do that. Apologies, man. You know, I gotta find a proper word for why I don't never see shit.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah, good morning, Ness.
What up?
Mario. Welcome back, Mike. You know, we miss you. Yeah, shout out to DBB. Shout out to Marlon. So you know, good luck on your fight. Also, I mean, since we gave Canelo credit to fighting Liam Smith, we gotta give Andrade credit. You know, I don't think he was giving Demetrius Andrade credit when he was about to fight Billy Joe Sanders before all this came out, but you giving
Hell
Canelo.
yeah, bro. If you talking to me directly, bro, I even went to the press conference, remember? I was there when he had red coats are coming. Bro, I was all on it. I went, and that's a 5-hour and a half drive for me. Hell yeah, I was on it.
I stand wrong. Stand miscorrected. You know, it's not a fight we care to see because we know Leon Smith. He's not gonna beat Demetrius Andrade. I just hope Andrade knock him out. You know, same way Canelo did and stuff. So we waiting to see bigger fights for Demetrius Andrade. Definitely with Canelo. Jamal Charlo move up, maybe fight somebody else. Fight the other. What's the other one? He had 160. What's the big Mexican dude? Benavidez. They in the same weight class, huh? Or he had 168.
Yeah, talking about McGee.
No. I still would want to see Demetrius Andrade fight Benavidez. You know, a fight like that. They're not that far off difference.
I'll be sleeping on Benavidez. Like, he's not a big boy. He's 6'3".
He is. Listen, he is a big boy. I would want to see that fight.
Cut it, cut it,
And JT, that was a minute and a half, actually a minute 40. See, I'm blessing people, you know, because sometimes I got to do shit in the background. When I'm popping things in the chat, I can't really look at the timer. But I believe he's a big boy, but I think there's some inexperience there, you know, where he was gaining in the ring, gym sparring experience. These other fighters were getting international, amateur, and regional open class experience. So Benavidez has been living a lot off of his natural raw talent, which is always going to be good, but there's going to come a day where someone's going to say the same thing they said. Oh, they overlooked him. Andy had 120 amateur fights. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll serve backwards for him.
Well, and the thing too is like, you know, does that fight happen at a catchweight? Like, I don't have to keep seeing Andrade move up every time like he needs this fight. But don't get me wrong, David, that's a great name. You know what I mean? That's the kind of fight that he would definitely get recognition for.
But he's not going to get that. That name is over there with PBC, man.
Not.
They're invested
No,
in that. And if they're not giving him Jamal, they're not giving him Benavidez. You know, he needs to think outside the box. And that box can't be the PBC box at this point. I read an article that, or at least a few paragraphs out of an article that Crawford did, where he said, you know, that he's not mad at the PBC dudes. You know, he said Top Rank did the same thing PBC are doing. He said, look, everybody wants Crawford Spence, but he understands that, you know,
I saw that
the mix of all those guys with each other are still good fights. And he even went, I think, if I'm not reading it wrong, I think he said that people need to be watching those fights too. It doesn't matter that it's not him. You know, so it just is. It is what it is. You know, if you're Andre, you gotta ask for Rob Brandt, maybe. You know what I mean? Like Rob Brandt, unfortunately, is he more known than Liam? I think so. He's got international flavor because he went to Japan. He upset Ryota Maroda. He was in the World Boxing Super Series. He's got UK love because he fought German Bremer, and he didn't, you know, he gave it the best account of it that he could. Like, I don't know, is how much more cachet would he get from a Brandt fight? I don't know, but like, you got to think outside the box. Is all I'm saying.
I would love to see that fight. I would. That would be two guys that I've always enjoyed fighting, no matter who they were in the ring with. And so that would be interesting to see them both.
Let's see. What is this?
You know what? Real quick. Let me add one thing because I read that article too. And one thing Crawford said in there, he said he reminded everybody that even though PBC is putting these fights together, they're trying to keep things in-house.
Said Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Nah, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one.
I did put that. I put that one in the pre-pro though. I think that's a discussion.
I think it is too. But you know, Crawford reminded everybody that Top Rank does the same thing and has been doing the same thing and would be doing the same thing if they had those fighters trying to keep it in house. So he said that it was a really mature interview from him. He wasn't talking shit at all.
Let me get to these super chats. Ohio Runs Boxing just sending love. The Earthquake squad's back together like Voltron. Hashtag welcome back, Mike. Skill Murder Sucker. Welcome back, Ross the Boss. I guess he meant Gross. Andrade, first C+ compared to C- D fighters. Andrade's first C+ compared to C-. So this is his first C+ fighter? Wow. Not even a B for Liam? Sheesh. Ivan with the super chat says, Mike, salute. Good to see you. $5. Okay, comma, sorry. So good to see you. $5 from me. Israel in Oklahoma, love seeing Gross the Boss. Ohio Runs Boxers, Demetrius' best win is against Willie Nelson. Ohio Runs Boxing. Let me double check that. I mean, I don't know, because who's Willie Nelson's biggest win, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. And Keela's biggest win is Aries. Does Willie Nelson have a bigger win than Aries? Oh, shit. Doesn't Willie Nelson have the... Willie Nelson has the fucking Tony Harrison win.
Oh yeah.
He knocked out Harrison in Connecticut. I remember that. I was live at that fight.
You were there. You covered that. I remembered you were at the weigh-in and they got into it. No,
that was Florida.
Harrison,
Harrison Nelson was in Florida. I was live at that fight. It was the undercard, I believe. Maybe it could have been the undercard of Thurman Colazo. Maybe I could be wrong about that.
Yep.
Holy shit! Willie Nelson is the best name on his resume.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody check. I'm gonna keep reading super chat. Can you check for me? When's the last time Willie Nelson, poor kid? When's the last time he fought? Fucking Lou DiBella got at least what he's got. He's got some shit going. Maybe he's not fighting anymore because Lou got a couple of TV things going on right now.
June 21st of last year.
Was it? Where does it say it was at? What does it look like? It was a TV fight?
I'll tell you right now, if it was a TV fight, it was not a TV fight. It was in West Virginia at the Phil Gaynor Community Center.
How many that year? He's shaking the rust off. Then he was getting the rust off. That's it. Somebody helped him get it.
Since 2017.
There you go. Yeah, he needs another couple of those before they put him back in the mix. But
for sure.
Fucking Ohio Runs Boxing, always hitting it on the nail. Karma Surge. I think this is Serge from Ontario. Serge, if this is you, did you see the fight on Border Wars? Your opponent that you were supposed to fight? Good morning, TBV. It's good to see Mike back on the show. Ohio Runs Boxing with another one. He said it was Todd Hickman from Akron, Ohio, who got killed. Yes, that dude was supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread, bro, and his fucking career got cut short. Kobe says for Mike in Canada. Shout out to Canada. Let me see. Okay, I might have to refresh because it looks like Getty said, welcome back, Mike. OnlyTBV.com promotions pay-per-view. That's right. Getty is a caller that believes that he sees our future being we're live streaming straight to our website, which would take away all our financial woes. Listen, man, I'm telling you, the positivity, man. Speak it, believe it, receive it, man. You guys keep putting it in the universe, and it's gonna happen. Plus, we got some big things cooking. You know, just wait. And we look. If it's a traffic light, we at least on yellow right now. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of going green and getting go and doing the thing, man. Doing the damn thing, man. We're gonna make it. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna give JT that boomerang that goes from that is Trey in the Bay. Right? Ain't that what they told?
Yeah, yeah, you're giving it back to me. I don't really got too much to say, but we were just talking, finishing up what I was saying before you ended me. Yeah, that's a fight. We gotta just wait till Demetrius Andrade to get a good fight down his belt. I think he's going through the same thing that Terrence Crawford's doing as a fighter. I mean, nobody don't want to fight him. You know, he's just too good.
Nah. Crawford got way better. Yo, stop comparing Crawford to Crawford got way bigger names.
Hold on, he got bigger names, but what I'm saying, they're doing the same thing. They got the same belt like you pointed out the WBO and stuff like that. They're going through the same thing. They're calling out these fighters. Nobody don't really want to fight them.
It ain't the same, man. It ain't the same. Listen, Top Rank is invested in Crawford, bro. They've done pay-per-views. They've paid people $5-7 million for opponents.
And Eddie Hearn's doing the best thing he could do for Andrade. I mean, we gotta look at it.
He ain't pay nobody $7 million yet. All he said is he offered. He ain't pay no one $7 million.
So you don't mean to tell me Eddie Hearns is not the best promoter Andrade had to this day?
Yes.
All right, then that's what I'm trying to tell you. But I mean, he's calling out the top names. Nobody won't fight him though. So we got to accept a Liam Smith. I just hope he knocks him out.
I accept it. I accept it. But I just feel like you can't compare him to Crawford. They're doing way better with Crawford. Way better.
I'm just saying. I'm not comparing. I'm saying them two fighters are being called out and they're avoiding that style. Nobody really don't want to fight Bud. Nobody really don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. They say the same thing about him. Their styles are boring. They just too slick.
Trout want all the smoke, bro. Trout want all the smoke. That would be, and honestly, you know, you ain't gonna like it, and your time's up. So you know, use your counter punch. Yo, but honestly, Trout would be the biggest name on Bud's resume. I'm sorry. Drops Mike. You know what I mean? So Trout want all the smoke, but we're going to let Trout.
Nobody's going to be impressed with a guy who's been campaigning at 154 his entire career, who sucks himself down to 147, who's long in the tooth, who's coming off losses to Terrell Gachet. Got a draw with Terrell, who, in my opinion, Terrell won that fight easily. Got beat by Jamal Charlo. Nobody's going to be impressed with a victory after Terrence Crawford beat the brakes off Austin Trout. I'm sorry.
Yo, listen,
I disagree.
You couldn't have said it best. No, he's absolutely right. Like, here's the thing. Austin Trout, if this fight happened like 5 years ago, maybe 7, okay, I could see you making a case. But first and foremost, I think you forgot he fought Amir Khan, which is clearly the most impressive win that could be on anybody's. Who fought Amir Khan? You said it would, but Crawford fought Amir Khan.
Yeah, and I said that Trout would be his biggest win till date if he fought Trout.
Yeah, but that wouldn't count. Well, but you're wrong because Amir Khan would still be on his resume.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Bigger. No, Trout has a Cotto win. Amir Khan never got anything near a Cotto win. We spoke about this yesterday. McDonough was the biggest win.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I'm sorry. Khan's the most impressive win by far.
Hold on.
Not even Pacquiao or Mayweather have that on their.
He invented this. Listen, they invented this counterpunch for themselves. JT's are. I don't know. You didn't write the word counterpunch. I don't know how many characters they give you in a super chat. So I don't know. Is that your counterpunch, JT?
Wait.
I'm telling you, he's not happy that I said Trout. He's probably like Mike, not happy that I said Trout would be the biggest win, which it is.
No, it's not.
What's up, JT? Is that your counterpunch?
Yeah, I forgot to put it in there, but yeah, I paid the $5. But really, you said Austin Trout would be his biggest win.
Absolutely.
I'm like, come on, man. You know what? That's something like Canelo doing. That'd be an old name fighter that he would not get no credit for after he whooped Austin Trout ass. They're gonna be saying he was weight draining and get in there. And ain't gonna be no if, but we'll destroy Austin Trout, man.
Bruh.
That's just different levels, bruh.
Oh my
and
God.
Then we will get
Who
no
knocked
credit
out
for
Austin Trout? Who knocked out Austin Trout?
I bet your Bud would stop him first. Hurt the only one that knocked him out.
Exactly. Hurt was considered a big dude.
He been hurt. He been hurt multiple times by both of the Charlos. What you think? What you think?
Yo, he been hurt by bigger dudes. That's the whole fucking. Hold on, please, Mike. I get you, please, but just listen. Hear me out, boxing fans. Bud started his career at 135. Trout started his career at 154. Now, Mike called him weight drain. Cool, that's why he got a tune-up. He already won that tune-up. He getting another one in April. Let him get some more. We'll take him serious then. But to think that the man that beat Miguel Cotto could not be stopped by Jamel or Jamal Charlo is like, I could hear Joe Tessitore selling it with Bradley and Andrade right there on ESPN talking about how, well, Joe, I mean, to be honest, he's only lost to much bigger men. Jamal Charlo's always been considered big for 54. That's why he was being ridiculed when he wanted to leave after the Trout fight. They're like, no, you gotta fight Williams, right? So he stuck around for boxing fans, but he always felt big. Then you're talking about Jamel, who we just seen stopped Harrison and link up with Derek James and get what, 5 stoppages in 6 fights? Okay. How are you going to say that Trout is going to be knocked out at 47? And unless, like Mike said, unless he gets knocked out because he's weight drained. But I don't believe
that's not
that.
The question. You posed
Trout
the question whether that would be his biggest win.
And it will be. It will be.
It won't.
Brother, the Cotto fight.
That's not the man that beat Cotto. That's not the man that beat Cotto.
Trout is the man that beat Cotto. What you mean? He beat Cotto first.
No, he won. Oh, no. There was a guy named Austin Trout once upon a time that beat Miguel Cotto. But that same man is no longer the Austin Trout that we see today. So,
but you can never take the win away.
Like Crawford,
you can never take the win away.
You're disrespecting Amir Khan. You're going to bring this man into a 147 division that he's never done shit in, and you're going to call that the biggest win on the pound for pound fighter?
Doug, why are you even talking about Amir Khan? You're comical right now.
Trout is going to be the biggest win on the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
Bruh, hold on. We got a counterpunch, man. We got a counterpunch from the wasted boomeranger, J Mac now, the brother. What up, J Mac?
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Hey, let me get in my truck so you can hear me good. Ness, you are tripping. Bud would kill fucking Austin Trout. Austin Trout would kill himself trying to get down to fight a fucking Terrence Crawford at this point in his career.
J Mac, he just fought at 148. That's what he did
Hey,
it
guess
for.
what? Hey, move him down so Bud can retire his fucking ass.
Okay.
And the best win, we talking about Canelo best. What's Canelo best win? Triple G?
Stick to the
What's
topic.
Canelo's best win?
What's Terrence Crawford's biggest win?
His biggest win is being undisputed at 140 and moving up and getting a belt at 147, and also making Amir Khan quit. Canelo pulled him up 2 weight classes and knocked the dude out. Bud made him fucking quit and look for a way out. What you got? Hello?
Hey man, listen, it's a counterpunch, man. It's a counterpunch. I want to make sure I give you your time without walking over you, but you didn't do a good job of showing me how Trout still wouldn't be considered the biggest name on his resume. They were talking about having Crawford move up to 54 to face Patrick Teixeira. He didn't want to do that, but they spoke of it. We kind of birthed that here on the show. So what's wrong with a 54-pounder moving down? We seen him sparring Carlos Adames in Gleason's gym. But, Mario's just trolling. Amir Khan's biggest win is Marcos Maidana. And Marcos Maidana, isn't or wasn't as accomplished as Austin Trout. So just, on paper, no matter what, it would be
more money.
Who made more money?
Yeah.
Very hard to tell. Remember, listen, remember, bro. Yo, Mayweather
retired 18 years ago.
Bruh, Mayweather, Google it. Mayweather was not AJ or not. He giving dudes two. I guarantee you Google right now, Robert Guerrero got 2.5 or Victor Ortiz got 2.5 to fight Mayweather. And when Robert fought him, Mayweather was getting $32.5 million. So when these dudes calling to my Canelo making 36, it ain't fair. And why the fuck? It was fair for Mayweather. Because he knew what he was giving. I'm giving you an opportunity of look at after Victor Ortiz took that 2.5, cha-cha-cha-cha, dancing with the stars, all on Expendables, chilling with Sylvester. Your life changes. Look at Andy, Fashion Nova partner. Life changes. Listen, people need to jump on these offers. Go ahead and be Dervinchenko. Disrespect a Canelo 5.5. Take the old man in Gennady. Get robbed, right? Because the network want Triple G versus Canelo and get no fandom because Triple G has none. At least you get robbed to Canelo, it's bigger. It's atrocious because you robbed the dude. You got robbed by the dude who's most popular. So it would have been different. You got robbed by Gennady. People forgot about it. The only people that talk about it is us. So, but anyway.
Yeah.
Let me double check this here. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, I don't want to discredit Austin Trout at all. What he did at 154 was amazing. And he was one of the guys there. 154 division at one point existed in like the way the heavyweight division did, with Fury, Wilder, Joshua. It was Lara, Trout, Canelo. And, Trout was definitely up there. So.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is this, bro. 147 gets a guy as accurate, as skilled, as who's been on like every fight he fought at 147, man. Guys done tasted the motherfucking canvas and ain't made it to the final bell. Austin Trout, good, man. You coming down, sounds great, but it's a level to the sport of boxing. And in my opinion, you're a little bit, I don't want to say you're old, but you have had some tough fights in your career. So all that wear and tear, a guy like Bud, man, I'm not quite sure that's the tree you want to be barking up.
Yo, what's Bud's advantage in most of his fights?
Reach, probably.
Southpaw. Okay. What happens when you're looking in the mirror, champ?
Is it an advantage, though?
What happens when you're looking in the mirror? First of all, why y'all disrespecting that Trout been in with the tougher opposition, with the bigger dudes, with the harder fucking punchers? Yo, make the fight. Make the fight. The more I talk about it, the more I believe it. It will be his toughest. Not only is it the biggest fucking name on his resume, if and when, because I'll give you that, he's the favorite, if and when he beats Crawford, but it will be his toughest fight. If Velasquez could put you down, what is this experienced bigger man gonna do at the southpaw stance? Stop it. Stop. Make the fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd be more impressed with the Jose Benavidez win at 145 than I would have been with Austin Trout sucking down to 147.
You see, how the hell could you be more impressed with a dude with 2 broken orbital bones on each side sucking down to 47? Never made. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Listen to me. Trout made it. Trout made the weight. Kell Brook only been talking about making it.
He didn't make 147 his last fight. Quit lying. He told us live on air he made like 150 or 148. He didn't make 147.
148? It ain't no title on the line, brother. That's good enough.
That pound count.
Mike, you know, he's scared. He's scared. Now he think Trout can't lose 1 pound. He can take his fucking underwear off. Don't get scared now, because he will be the bigger man rehydrated. Don't get scared now, because he will be the more experienced fucking southpaw in the ring. I ain't never seen Bud in there with a fucking Jamal Crawford. I mean Jamal Charlo or Jamel Charlo or Miguel Cotto. How many more names he got on his fucking resume? Stop it. Let's make the fight. Campaign. Let's make the fight.
Listen to me. Austin Trout is missing 2 pinky toes to get down to 148. That man chopped off half his fingers to get down to 148.
Did you see the weigh-in?
You're crazy.
Did you see the weigh-in? Because I seen the weigh-in. I reposted the weigh-in pictures. I seen a very excited, happy man. Then he came on the show bragging about how he made it. And then he beat his opponent by knockout live on Impact TV and said, I want Danny Garcia. I want Terrence Crawford. I want Earl Spence. I want Terrence Crawford. I want Sean Porter. I want Crawford. The only name he repeated is Crawford, but Crawford fans acting like he ain't say his name. Crawford fans want to lie now and say he won't be the biggest name and the toughest fight. I convinced myself it would be the toughest fight. Fuck it, call me crazy, sign it, make it fight. If Gamboa,
go get a win, dog. How about that?
He got to win. He just got to tune up. He got to tune up. He got to tune up.
Roberto, who?
He got to tune up. He got to tune up.
Roberto what?
He got to tune up.
What's his name?
He got to tune up.
Okay, now you know his name. All right, cool.
I don't know his name. You want me to Google it? I'll Google it. I ain't got no problem. I have convinced myself. Listen, if Gamboa could put your man on Queer Street and Crab and Lobster in the basket could put him on the ground, Trout probably stops him. Towel get wave.
Look, I think it could be good if Austin campaigns there and has somebody under his resume that he can prove he can, walk with at least the elite at 147. You know what I'm saying?
Go beat Best Fusion first. Show me you can beat somebody at 147.
Tested positive. He tested positive. We ain't fighting drug cheats. We making a weight or legally. We ain't fighting drug cheats. He tested positive.
Listen,
when he clears that up, we'll worry about disputing. Who else you got? Because I know Trout would love the winner of Jamal James and Thomas Delorme, who we got scheduled to as well, Thomas Delorme. But he'll love the winner of them. And guess who got a common opponent with Thomas Delorme? Crawford. Crawford do.
What happened to him? Night. No, did he knock him out?
I know. I remember what. I can't give you what happened, but I could tell you what happened, right? So I don't know the outcome, but I know what happened. Your boy fought for a vacant title. Not like my man who I'm campaigning for. He took the title. He took the title from the champ.
Out. That's the only fucking reason, nigga, you know. Shout that caller out. What's his name?
I don't remember, but he smiles every time I say it.
Thomas Delorme went down in TKO in the 6th. He was down 3 times in round 6.
It was also Crawford's vacant title shot.
I mean, okay, but I'm just saying, like, you're talking about common opponents, like, who gives a fuck about Thomas Delorme?
Yo, J Mac, you got to throw another 3 on it. Your brother said counter punches is $5. I'm sorry, I could counter punch a comment though. He said Nez drug cheat comment. I guess he meant to say like really, like because I'm saying he's a drug cheat and I don't say nothing about Canelo. But that's because Canelo already is done. We don't know the outcome of his butin. He's still on like Chile right now. But let me go out to what I believe is Rod in A70.
What up, man?
What up?
Man, you guys been going at it. I just wanted to call in and say welcome back, Mike. Man, check your cash out, man. I bought you lunch, man. So just want to do that for you, brother. I know you just went through a tough surgery, man, and recovering and everything. Ness, I didn't know you activated the counter punch. I'm glad to hear you did it, and I'm glad that the people are supporting it right now. So I hope they continue to support it. The fight with Austin Trout and Crawford, man, Ness, I think you wilding on this one, man. I think Crawford would totally destroy that old ass dude, man. I'm just being honest, man. I think he would completely destroy the guy without any issues, man. And the last thing I want to say, Ness, is Stainless called in and said that he wanted to support the show more. He was going to offer a $5 Patreon level. I'm going to do the same to match him. And I'm going to up mine to 10. And I'm trying to find somebody to give it to. I was going to give it to JT, but he already has Patreon. So I'll find somebody I know that I want to bless, and I'll let you know. Inbox.
Yo, before you go, so Wilder's old? Is he too old for Fury to do a trilogy? Is he old?
Nah, Wilder hadn't taken this.
All right, because your time's up. I can't let you explain that. He's not old, but Trout is. He's not old, but Trout is.
If you would have let him explain, but he was going.
Oh yeah, so I'm supposed to give him 10 minutes to make his argument.
I got him.
Oh, take it away.
He was going to say that Wilder hasn't taken the punishment and the wars that Trout had. That's what he was going to say.
I mean, Wilder also hasn't been in with the level of competition that Trout's been in. If Wilder would have
about Wilder and Trout though,
you just made it about him.
You did.
That's the only one.
Only reason I made it about him is because they made it about age, and he's 34.
Why are you bringing up Wilder's record now though?
Because you saying he ain't take the level of punishment Trout did, and I said he only ain't do that because Trout been in with all the monsters in his division.
But nobody's saying that Austin Trout isn't respected or didn't have.
It sound like y'all ain't respecting him.
No, I said it. Even though I think you're crazy, I still understand what Austin Trout meant to the 154-pound division. That said, he's been in some wars, okay? And listen, I've heard him on the show, both interviewing him and not interviewing him, and you know that there's definitely a little bit of a disconnect. You know, I'm not a doctor. I don't know any of that shit. So I'm not going to lay anything out there that I don't understand or know, but that man's been in some wars. Okay. And so I'm sorry. He's not the same fighter.
Well, let's
it wouldn't
bring
mean
back
as much.
He's not the same fighter. If the same fighter would have fought Terrell Gausha, he would have won. Not get a damn draw and got a gift draw at that.
Okay.
Wrapped up with a motherfucking bow on top.
Okay, acceptable. All right. Now, put this into the equation. Take out the interview that we did, remembering where he said, yo, I'm just too big. I'm too little. They too big. They too big for me, but I'm still hanging with them. Y'all see that, y'all? I'm just too little. So I'm going to get down to 147. And then he goes to 148. Why does he got to prove it to Mike that he can make 147 for a non-title fight, tune-up in Las Cruces? That's me sucking my teeth. Come on, bruh. He ain't got to do that. He can make 147. If he can make 147 for a tune-up at maybe, the lowest fraction of the cost of the payday of a fucking Crawford fight, how easily would he make 147 if he getting that Crawford check? On that Crawford ESPN fight or pay-per-view. Stop it.
Out of him. That's not what you're not.
He take off his drawers to make 1 pound less. He just got to take off his underwear.
Where are you buying your underwear from that your underwear weigh a pound? Because
man,
nobody else
y'all
weigh a pound,
wildin',
I
bro.
promise you, bro.
This is
talk about
Crawford
saunas
fans
all the time.
afraid. Crawford fans are scared. Now they saying the man who made 148 in a tune-up with it and an irrelevant fighter cannot make 1 pound less with a fucking pound for pound fighter.
You know what they're scared of? They're scared of wasting his fucking time. And Austin Trout is a waste of his fucking time.
My friend, don't help.
This is right.
Don't help. Don't help. Mike, tell him not to help you. Tell him not to help you because he talking about, we're wasting his time. He's been wasting time at 147, this would be the biggest name on his resume. Not just at 47, ever. Gamboa never did what Trout did. Crab and Lobster never did what Trout did. Jeff Horn never did. Man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, yo.
Bigger legend.
Hold on. I'm going to explain. If you, Michael the Gross Boss in Indiana, does not give Andy Ruiz credit because he didn't do it twice, Jeff Horn damn sure don't get credit for not doing it twice.
Because who didn't want it?
He ain't do it twice. He ain't prove it wasn't a fluke. He ain't prove it.
Who didn't want the fucking rematch? Jeff Horn wanted it.
Top Rank, I'm assuming.
Come on, bro.
I'm assuming that they've been in control of Manny's career all up until that time until Al took over.
That was the last time Manny fought on Top Rank.
Listen, 16 in the world. Let me see where they got my man ranked at 16 in the world. Is he still 16 in the world at 54? Or is he coming hunting at 47? Let's see what BoxRec got him at. Because I'm telling, they still got him ranked at. That's what, you trying to.
Hey, man, 147 yet. You can't be ranked at 147, nigga, till you make it. 148 niggas 154.
He's scared, y'all. He's scared, y'all. CYP, talk to me. He is scared. Now he ain't a welterweight. I'm texting Austin right fucking now. We about to schedule him.
Oh my goodness. I know you and Austin friends, man, and I don't want to disrespect the man, but are you forgetting Devin Alexander, Paulie Malignaggi, Undisputed and Zab Zuda? See, why are you talking about somebody's big win when they got big wins? Amir Khan's going to the Hall of Fame.
Nobody ain't mute you, champ. You got bad service in LA. You breaking up.
Then you got to give Jeff Horn credit. You got to
start over, CYP. You went out completely. We didn't hear you, brother. So we don't know where you at.
The last thing you said is that Amir Khan was going to the Hall of Fame.
I doubt he said that.
No,
Amir Khan is going to the Hall of Fame. Trust me, he is. Look who's in the Hall of Fame before you laugh about him going. Look who's already in. Laugh all you want to. Your laughter don't hurt me because I'm smarter than you.
4,
look who's in the Hall of Fame
3,
before you talk about
2. Get the fuck out of here.
Amir Khan is going to the Hall of Fame. Yo, why are you laughing?
Yo. What? So,
why are you laughing? Why can't Amir Khan go to the Hall of Fame?
For Instagram followers, for one of the first fighters to get over 1 million. No, because he was. I believe he's been at 6 million on Instagram or Twitter for a long time. Honestly, my man's been popular, but CYP is wilding. Can anybody please second that? Like anyone in the chat? No, but Mario, we know you.
I third it.
There we go. Bro.
Nah, Mike, don't do it, Mike. But we already know why Mike doing it. Show your face. He doing it to polish up Crawford's resume. No way. Who in the chat thinks that Amir Khan is a Hall of Famer? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get rational here. He's right. Hall of Famer is a very vague word. First ballot is the sexy word. So will he get in eventually? Maybe.
Never first ballot.
Never first ballot. Okay, at least we're all on. Because I'm not gonna discredit his argument. I think they'll keep inducting him until he gets in. You know what I mean? People eventually get in, but he'll never go down first ballot. And it's gonna be tough because if we're talking, I don't follow it enough to know how they classify. But imagine if he's got to get inducted as a welterweight. He's gonna be waiting. He's going to be waiting.
I'll take a flyer on him getting inducted in the first round. I'm not saying he does, but I'll take, if you're giving me odds for that, I'll take that bet.
Damn, someone said Amir Khan's a legend. Come on, man.
Bro, he's a legend.
Gold medalist too, right? So, yeah, you have to take all that into consideration.
Yo, he was one of the most well-put-together fighters that this era has ever seen.
Now look,
I mean,
is it called the Boxing Hall of Fame or the Pro Boxing Hall of Fame?
That's a good point.
I don't even know.
That's a good point.
I don't even know.
That's a good point.
But we have gotten to everybody. Let me double check here. I want to thank everyone that tuned in. I want to thank obviously the committee in the back coming up with a decent idea so far. It's looking good. Are some discrepancies. I'm receiving texts here. They don't like that 30 seconds. Dog, look, it's 4 hours already we've been here. That's why it can't be another minute. And then it also cheapens the boomerang. We got a super chat from Ivan. He says, Mike, what is your Cash App?
Gross, Gross, Gross. I don't even fucking know, bro. To be honest with you.
All right. While he looks that up, we got another super chat from. I'm sorry.
It's MG2312. MG2312.
And we got super chat from Clifford. I wonder if this is Clifford, New Jersey. Who says Trout would beat the hell out of Khan at 147. That's true. That is
agree.
true. That is true. So then the fight looks even more. It looks even better. If you think Trout beats the hell out,
I told you,
that
it shouldn't be. I never really thought Khan was gonna be like the opponent for Crawford. I remember I told you that that fight shouldn't be on pay-per-view. It should be on regular ESPN. But
no, but I get that. But if you saying you think Trout beats the hell out of Amir, you went with that.
Yeah.
You went with that. I think so. This is a competitive fight with Crawford. We made some progress.
No. Because, like, I don't. To say that Trout would beat the hell out of Amir, I think that's going a little far. But do I think Trout could stop Amir? Yeah. But I think Amir could have his success in that fight. And, I mean, it's not like. Well, never mind, man. Amir's just, his chin don't hold up.
He said Diaz. He's talking about Amir. So Diaz, which Diaz did Amir fight?
No, you talking about Crawford who fought Diaz, the gold medalist.
Nah, because he got Diaz, Paulie, Devin, Barrera, and Judah. This is all Amir's record. This is Amir's record. So he's saying that he's a Hall of Famer. Trout isn't with a Miguel Cotto win.
Is that Trout only signature win?
Bro, that's Trout. That's a prime Miguel Cotto. It will never matter. They'll never forget it.
No.
What?
I would stop right there.
What?
You can't go to the Hall
Miguel
of Fame
Cotto
based
had
on one-
just come up to 154. He hadn't even come close to growing into the division yet. And he outworked Trout a lot
what are you
during
talking
that fight.
about?
He was undersized in that fight.
And you can't go to the Hall
You
of
could see
Fame,
it
man,
on
based
him.
on one win, can you? I mean, it's shit. Is how we doing it now?
It
I give
depends
him
how
credit,
great you're
but
winning.
Nobody thought Miguel Cotto was carrying the weight well at that time.
It depends how great your win is.
It's like
but
10 guys going to the NBA Hall of Fame based off one season. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, man, we'll see. But let's get to Trout. Cotto had been in the division way longer than Mario alleged. He's had the Yuri Foreman fight, the Ricardo Mayorga fight, the Antonio Margarito rematch, the Mayweather fight. Then he fought Trout.
Yo, all of that, Cotto admitted that was basically his time where he just didn't really like training very much. Like he said that millions of times.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he got revenge on Margarito. But he wasn't training for revenge?
Which one of those guys was a world beater at 154?
He wasn't training for revenge with Margarito? He didn't take it serious? Come on, your story doesn't
which one of those
make
guys
sense.
was a real 154? Yuri Foreman was a 147 guy that Margarito was never really a 154. He didn't make his bones at 154.
Bruh, Margarito had a decent 54 run, but it's all right. It's all right. Discredit him all you want. I'm
not trying to do that. I'm sorry. If that's what it sounds like, I'm sorry.
I don't care if they get into the Hall of Fame or not. I care about the Crawford fans being afraid to see Crawford versus Austin Trout. I hear the fear. Last caller, Steve. Talk to me in the UK.
Guys, I had to take a break from work to call in. You guys talking crazy about Amir Khan. If Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank aren't in the Hall of Fame, how does Amir Khan deserve to get in? Secondly, if we're going to play your triangle theory around Crawford,
he killed CYP. Murder.
But then, just to make another point, if we're playing triangle theory on who Crawford's best win is, you have to say Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao. Then Crawford toppled him. Surely
he never did it twice, so it's a fluke. It's what y'all say about Andy. It's what y'all say about Andy.
You know I'm right.
It's what you say about Andy.
Nah, he knows you're right.
It's what you say about Andy.
I don't say that, but I haven't said that was about Andy. I gave Andy all the credit in the world.
I mean, the general
you're saying we in the
consensus.
royal sense, just of all
General
UK callers.
consensus is he needed to do it twice, so it wasn't believed to be a fluke.
But that was more about because of the reputation he'd had leading up to then. Could he be disciplined for 2 fights in a row? That's more what it was about than anything.
Tomatoes. He didn't prove it wasn't a fluke.
You know I'm right, Ness.
My
You know I'm
guy
right.
called off work, bro.
Steve.
Let him get his call in.
Steve, you absolutely right, man. You killed CYP. The con ain't getting into the motherfucking Hall of Fame with that thin ass resume.
I'll give Khan his credit. You know, he's got a good resume of good fighters, but there are no great fighters. Whenever he steps up, he got stopped.
Yeah,
and
man.
even when he didn't step up, he got stopped.
Unless you consider Maidana great for losing
no,
twice.
Maidana's a great win again. It's a good win. Sorry, it's not a great win. Maidana was solid. He had all the tools in his arsenal, but again, when Maidana stepped up, he got beat. You know, he was a very good fighter, not an elite world class fighter.
Hey, Steve, man, thanks for calling in. You know who's got a great win? Andy Ruiz. That's a great win. That is a great win.
Nigga, how long are you going to live off that win? That's what I want to know. It's been June 1st, 2019.
But it's one of the greatest wins in the last 20 years. That's what they said.
Absolutely.
You can't just forget it. It's impossible to forget. It's impossible to forget. It wasn't supposed to happen at all. It wasn't the 1-2 or the 2-3 or the 1-3. Yo, it was like, whoa. My man told me, yeah, man, I mean, Snickers. Snickers used to sponsor me. That shit was crazy. Ness, GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. We'll be back this evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Let me get to these interviews before my co-hosts give out their social media. I do want to give you the schedule, at least for tonight. Remember, today we had Albert Bell, Flavio Rodriguez, Dakari Scott is a heavyweight. Flavio Rodriguez, oh shit, what's his weight? 130? Uh-oh.
Yeah, 130. 130.
No, hell no. Flavio 147.
147. And Albert Bell is 130. This evening, we should have heavyweight from Italy, Guido Villanello, and both McKenna brothers, Aaron and Stevie. Aaron is a welterweight, big-ass welterweight. And Stevie, I don't know, but we'll find out. Yeah, so that's for today. We also got tomorrow Raymond Ford, a.k.a. Savage, out of Philadelphia Cherry Hill area, trained by, don't forget his name, come on, oh my God.
Matchroom USA fighter, right?
Matchroom, yes, but his fucking trainer is Rel. Okay. Coach Rel. And we have heavyweight Cassius Chaney, who just signed a new deal. I think it's a managerial deal, not a promotional deal. He definitely signed something, so we got to talk about
with
that.
David McWaters?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
All right,
then,
follow me on IG. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Then Monday, we got James Wilkin, who just signed a Golden Boy, 130-pounder. Or if you go follow him on IG, he's like all disrespect towards Tank. He's on Tank's, I guess, social media heels. Then we got Canelo Acosta, not Alvarez. But hey, speak of believing receivers. We're going to have Canelo Acosta on Monday. Tuesday, we got heavyweight. Chris Lovejoy got himself a fight, and we're going to have him on. Then Wednesday, we got Coach Calvin Ford and Coach Kenny. And remember, Coach Calvin Ford and Coach Kenny both train Cassius Chaney. They train Truck Simpson. They train Javonta Davis. They train Dominique Dawson or Desmond. We had him on the show the other day. You guys remember. Thursday, we got Thomas Durlonme, and we got Sugar Shane Mosley. Junior. We got Gabriel Flores Jr. as well. Yeah, that's Thursday. Then Friday, we got nothing so far, but we're going to continue to schedule. If you aren't enjoying the show, man, please hit that thumbs up button. If you want to ensure that we get Mike and Mario here 7 days a week, man, please sign up to that Patreon. You get special perks. Every time we interview someone, you get to ask them a question. I know Dakari wasn't there. I'm one man trying to do all this because really no one can help on that because only I know when I schedule these freaking guests. So, but I'm getting better, believe me. And you can ask everyone else a question today, and if it's not there, I'll definitely do that right now as we end this. Yeah, and that's just your Instagram, Twitter. Peace.
Yo, follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And big ups to everybody out there in the chat. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Yeah, at Mario McGee on Twitter, at Mario McGee on Instagram, and we'll see y'all tonight. And man, it's good to have Mike back.
Yes, sir. Peace. Peace.